She came at me in an aggressive way.
That's not true.
You can't do that.
I got intimidated.
You had no right to put your hands on him.
This is an ongoing thing in front of our son.
You do know that that's trauma.
Vandalism and assault.
Mr. Marvia,
Yes, Your Honor.
you and the defendant are now divorced. You have one child.
That's correct, Your Honor.
How old is the child?
He's 3. He's going to be 4.
And who has primary custody of that child?
She does.
Is that pursuant to the judgment of divorce?
We have a custody agreement where...
This is what you allege in your petition. You allege that it took a while to enforce your visitation with your son, and during the first exchange, where you were supposed to have him for a weekend,
Correct.
that the defendant keyed your car.
That is correct, Your Honor.
You went to her home to pick up the child,
Yes, that's correct.
and your petition says that either you or your former wife put him in his car seat.
Correct.
Who put him in his car seat?
I put him in the car.
No, I put it in the car.
You put him in the
Yes.
car. Okay. And then, for some reason, you took him out of the car seat.
Yes.
Tell me why you took him out of the car seat.
It was my first weekend. I was not going to sleep with him, spend the night. So I was kind of sad. So I came 5 minutes early. So I told his dad, like, is that okay? Can I give you a hug? And he started like, no, screaming to me and like, say like, no, it's already had to go. And that's why like, he's like, okay, you want to give you a hug? Take it to the car. That's why I take it out of the car.
You took him out of the car. You do know that your hysteria was traumatic for a 3-year-old. Yes, putting him in his father's car, and if he hadn't been away from you, that's traumatic for a child. So now he's in the car and he's in his car seat. Nobody says he's crying. Nobody says he's hysterical. You say, I want to give him one more hug and take him out of the car seat just to give him one more hug.
No, he was crying. He was crying. He was like, and I was talking to him, like, say, you're gonna go with daddy. You need to understand that's your daddy weekend. Daddy love you, and daddy need to spend time with you, and mommy love you, and then you need to spend time with mommy. So I was talking to him and explaining him.
How long had it been since his father had him for the weekend?
He was here every week, and then call him every day, but like nothing like to go to take it to his house to spend the night.
Why?
Because when we separate, we got agreement. We got agreement that he can see him every day. So he has issues. He
can see him every day. That's what you said. But he wanted to take him. Did he have to go to court for an order of visitation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But because
so the answer is yes. So, okay. So now you take him out of the car, and you say that it was at that point that she keyed the car.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Tell me what you saw.
I did get there early. I picked him up. She wanted to take him out of the car for 5 minutes. I said, take him out. As soon as she takes him out, I hear something loud, like a scrape, and I looked around back, and there was a big scrape on my chest.
You have a photograph of it?
I also have a video of it. The Tesla recorded it.
I want to see that. But the police were called. You called the police.
Correct.
And the police arrived, Ms. Marvea, and you told the police that you would pay for the damage.
I didn't. I just got intimidated because...
You already told me. I'm just letting you know. You swore in your answer that you told the police that you would pay for the damage.
Yeah, I was.
That's what you swore. You said, I was intimidated. Because he said, I want to press charges.
Yes.
And then they convinced him that if she says she'll pay for the damage, will you drop the charges? He said yes.
Yes, but I mean, I didn't.
I don't care.
I know, but it was not my,
it was not mine.
I know.
Okay, now I'll see the video.
Okay.
Is this the video of that day?
That's correct, Your Honor. So I'm right there. She's...
Just a second, I can see.
Sorry.
I just want to see the video.
This is the second video, Your Honor.
No, I don't want to look. I want to go back to the other one. Now go slowly, frame by frame. Slowly, frame by frame. There's the hand, her hand on the car. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care what you see. That's what I see.
I have the police report, Your Honor.
Can I see the police?
And the key.
I don't see. I just closed the door. I don't see anything like I there with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Mm-hmm. I just see like I was closing the door.
This is the police report. Anna admitted that she may have accidentally scratched the door.
I got intimidated. Honestly,
I don't care whether you were intimidated.
It was 20 police around me, and then he was trying to put charges on me. So I said, like, okay, I pay him.
Good. And you want to pay him. May I see the bill for the scratch door? Oh, and there's the scratch on the car. Did you have it fixed?
Not yet, Your Honor.
Why not?
Because she said she was going to pay for damages.
Okay. The next thing that you're suing her for is for an assault.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Tell me what happened.
She was doing a pickup at my house. I usually park across from her, so keep our distance. She crossed the street to come to me. She yelled at me because I gave her a check with her maiden name.
That's not true.
Just a second. You gave her a support check, and the last name that you put on the check was what?
Her single name, so Sanchez.
Not her married name.
Right. So I told her I was going to go get it. She didn't want to let me go.
That's not
I had dropped off my son to her. She came at me in an aggressive way, so I took out my phone to record. As soon as she saw that I was going to record, she tried to grab my phone. I moved it. She didn't grab my phone, but she did hit me scratch me on the back. That was also caught on camera.
I'd like to see it. Oh, that's the check? Is that what's in the hand?
That's correct.
Yeah, you can't do that, Miss Marvea.
I know, but he was recording me. He's not allowed to record me.
Just a second. You don't understand. You can't do that. If he didn't have this record, you would tell me a whole different story. You can't do that.
He's not allowed to record me.
I'm telling you, you can't do that. You can't put your hands on somebody.
I'm not putting. It says he was recording me, and then I just dropped with my hands. He's like, "Juan."
You don't seem to understand me. And if you don't say I understand you, that I can't put my hands on somebody,
but
you may complain, madam, that he's not allowed to record you, and you may take that case someplace which they're going to dismiss. But you can't put your hands on another person, ever.
I didn't.
Yes, you did. You want to watch it again?
No, I didn't, but it was not because he was recording me.
Is there something wrong with you?
No, I know, I understand that.
Is there something wrong with you? You can't put your hands on somebody.
He insulted me too. I had texts that he texted me. Right now he's mad because child support is taking the money away from his account.
Well, I'm telling you, it sounds to me like you're a perpetual victim in your own mind.
And later today.
Your anger is directed at the wrong person, Miss Mello. I don't know the circumstances surrounding the death of Kenny, but your son was convicted by 12 people, and the judge found the circumstances of that conviction egregious enough to sentence him to 50 years to life. That's who your anger should be directed against your son.
For filing a false restraining order.
If he put his hands on you when you were defending himself, yes, of course, you have to defend yourself. He didn't put his hands on you at all. And you did come to him in an aggressive way. You came with a check. He gave, let's play it again, Sam. There's the check. He's getting your son. Now the son is out of the car, showing you the check with the wrong name. Why did you do it with the wrong name? You can't do that. You have photographs of the scratch?
I don't, Your Honor. I do have the police report.
I'd like to see it.
They granted me a temporary restraining order also.
Did it become final?
No, it didn't. They wasn't approved according to the judge. And I have the when I filed also.
Just a second. According to the police report, you had 2 small scratches on your neck.
That's correct, Your Honor. But this is an ongoing thing when our exchanges are for our custody. And it's always in front of our son. And I don't think that's right.
Okay. Now, you want money for attorney's fees, lost wages for filing a false restraining order. What was the false restraining order?
Because he put my restraining order, and it was they denied him.
I just saw you assaulted.
No, but it's something behind that. He insulted me too. I had texts that he texted me that he didn't care. I was in the middle to the traffic that day.
Just a second. It's very simple. To pick up the child, you were late. He did, in fact, take the child from the car, and the child was walking towards you. He didn't withhold the child from you, gave you as he was supposed to, returned the child to you. You had no right to put your hands on him.
I know.
Good.
He haven't paid me child support and babysitter for almost a year. Right now he's mad because child support is taking the money away from his account.
Well, I'm telling you, it sounds to me like you're a perpetual victim in your own mind. Listen, going through a divorce is always a difficult situation. Going through a divorce when there's a child is even more difficult.
It is.
What you're supposed to do is love your child more than you hate each other. Now, what I have to ask you is, do you work?
Yes.
And you have a bank account?
Yes.
In what name is the bank account?
Partners.
What name is the bank account?
Ana Maravilla.
Now, you've been married 3 years and you're divorced. In the divorce, were you able to go back to your maiden name, or did you want to go back to your maiden name?
Because we haven't finalized the divorce, I can.
Is the divorce final?
No.
Your Honor, it's just,
Oh, just a second.
It's just-
so the divorce is not final yet?
No.
they just need to sign it, their
I
back
don't
truck.
care whether he has to
So-
sign it, whether somebody has to put a blood imprint on it. The question is the divorce final?
No.
No. Okay. So you, sir, not smart to put the child support check in the name Sanchez. It's irritating. You shouldn't do it. You still can't put your hands on somebody.
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. Your counterclaim is dismissed. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
I think she made the right choice. I'm like, the evidence speaks for themselves.
I mean, maybe he was with like before, but he was blaming me and I didn't.
She's obviously not all there. I'm trying to keep a good relationship with her because we have a son together.
Like working out, like get like co-parenting.
Hope that she can see that she's wrong and that she just moves on from this and gets a better relationship with me and her.
Mother's best advice always was, you can't put your hands on someone else's body. And I think that people really discount. They think they're in a relationship, they're in a marriage, their brother, their sister, whatever. You put your hands on somebody, you're going to pay for that.
Well, then it's an assault. And I don't know the law. I really don't know the law, which is something you're going to look up later, as to whether you're in a public place and you video someone in a public place and you're not doing it for commercial reasons, you're doing it sort of in a protective way. Sure. I don't know that there's any prohibition against that.
I'll look into it, but just
Yeah.
from my common sense, I feel when you're in a public place, at least my personal practice is to assume that anyone in a public place can
be
record
video.
you.
Yeah. They may not be able to use you for commercial purposes,
Sure.
but this was for protection purposes.
Sure. Yeah.
Case 3055, Mello versus Pilgrim. All parties, please step forward.
Joy Mello is suing her former attorney, Larry Pilgrim, for the cost of a suit her son wore during his trial.
Miss Mello, I am certain that you are very sad.
Yes.
You have every right to be sad.
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, your son was tried and convicted of murder in 2021
That's correct.
and currently is serving a life sentence.
That is correct.
You had retained Mr. Pilgrim, who is an attorney, to represent him during that trial.
Yes.
Were you the person who paid him?
My family did collectively, but I worked 3 jobs to make payments until his money was paid in full.
Mr. Pilgrim represented him, I believe, from 2019 to 2021. Is that correct, sir?
Correct. September of 2019 until the trial in December of 21.
Who was he convicted of murdering?
The gentleman's name was Kenny. I'm sorry.
An
it's like-
acquaintance?
I think
No.
they knew each other, yes, but they were rivals. It was a love interest, love triangle type of case.
Got it. This is what the case is about. It's not a difficult case. When the trial began, your son was allowed to wear civilian clothes rather than prison attire to court, and you went out and bought him clothes for about $700. And according to you, you asked Mr. Pilgrim when the trial was over to please get the clothes, and Mr. Pilgrim, according to you, assured you he would get the clothes back to you, and you never got the clothes back.
Never.
And Mr. Pilgrim says, you know, once prisoner is convicted and they go back from the courtroom, they take these clothes. He doesn't know what happens to them. And they went probably into a large room where people who are similarly situated to your son, but who don't have a mother to buy them clothes, can go in and choose something to wear in court other than an orange jumpsuit. He has no idea where the clothes are, correct?
That's correct.
How tall is your son?
5'10" and a half.
How tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, how much does he weigh?
About 190,
Yeah, and you?
190 pounds.
Do I have to say? Well, more than 190.
You don't have his clothes, do you? This is not a very difficult case. This is a case about being sad and mad at the wrong person. So I want you to tell me on what you base your case that he is responsible for the clothes that your son wore.
I gave the clothes to Mr. Pilgrim. I purchased them at his
Gave them to him.
request, gave him the clothes. When he didn't return them, I went to the sheriff's department. I asked what the procedure was. They said the attorney in question is to pick up the clothes. That's his responsibility. I wrote
Okay,
a
you know
letter.
that you can't tell me that. I'm just telling you that because
Yes, ma'am.
that's hearsay.
Yes, ma'am. But
You
I
went to
wrote
the
a letter
sheriff's
to the
department.
judge.
You went to the sheriff's department. Somebody told you it was the lawyer's responsibility. I actually have never heard that.
Okay. And I wrote a letter to the judge, the trial judge, who told me.
Don't tell me what the
it's in
trial
there.
judge
I have
told
it.
you.
I have it.
I would like to see
The letter.
I would like to see. Don't give me a whole bunch of stuff.
I'll give you the letter that I wrote to the judge and his response.
Fine. Okay, the judge was very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice to answer you. It seems that your family should have bigger fish to fry than these clothes. Judge says this matter has been researched and it was determined that your son's clothing was returned to Conflict Criminal Defenders Coordinator by the Sheriff's Department. Please reach out to that office.
And I did.
And?
They told me that...
You can't tell me what they told you. If you have an official correspondence, I'll read it.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I only have, again, the procedure.
No, there's no procedure. You were told by the court. You reached out to them.
Yes.
This is an
They
official
said
document.
they didn't know where
so
I can't tell you that they didn't tell me. They told me they had no idea that all the clothes went in one big bag.
I don't care where they went. He doesn't have your son's clothes. How tall is your son?
5'10", 10 and a half.
So he's 5'10" and a half. How tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, how much does he weigh?
Now?
No, then.
About 190,
Yeah, and you?
190 pounds.
Do I have to say? More than 190.
You don't have his clothes, do you?
No, certainly not.
Mr. Pilgrim, because this is all a matter, in my view, looking at Miss Mello, and she appears to be a very nice lady. When something sad happens like this, you have various emotions, and very often you choose the wrong target for your anger. In this case, a lot of time was spent, over $700 worth of clothes for a young man who's serving 50 to life for murder. You have other children, Miss Mello?
Yes, I do.
How many other children do you
I have 4 other children. My daughter, she's a witness. And the clothes, actually, my sons could have worn them.
It's possible. It's not his responsibility. The judge told you where to go.
He told me where the clothes went.
He doesn't know where the clothes went. I would actually be willing to wager an awful lot that he doesn't have your clothes.
That's who I gave them to.
No, you gave them to your son. He was the conduit between you and your son. The last person who you saw wearing those clothes was your son.
That's correct.
Okay, so after that, you don't know what happened to them. You may have given it to them, just like if you walked into a courtroom and handed them to Kevin, and then you didn't see them again. Say, Kevin, I gave you the clothes. Well, he gave them to whom they were designed to be given. That doesn't mean Kevin's responsible if you don't get your clothes back. That's the same thing with Mr. Pilgrim. Your anger is directed at the wrong person, Miss Mello. I don't know the circumstances surrounding the death of Kenny, but your son was convicted by 12 people, and the judge found the circumstances of that conviction egregious enough to sentence him to 50 years to life. That's who your anger should be directed against your son, not him.
But I'm not angry. I just want my money for the clothes that I spent.
You're not going to get it from him. He's not responsible for your clothes. Cross it off your list after 2-3 years. That's $700. Cross it off because you don't know where the clothes are. They were on some other prisoner who had to appear in court for robbery and assault and who didn't have a nice enough mother to buy him clothes. So he got your clothes, or they were donated to a parish, or they were donated someplace else. Mr. Pilgrim is not responsible for the clothes. The last person who you saw in possession of the clothes was your son.
Correct.
Goodbye. Case is dismissed.
This court is adjourned.
I'm disheartened because the amount that I spent on my son's clothes, and I did give them to the lawyer.
You know, it was sad for her and her whole family, the whole incident.
He should have been responsible to retrieve my property.
And I agree with the judge that I think she just had some misdirected anger.
You know, I think just the takeaway from this case is that people have an easier time dealing with the emotion of anger than sadness. And we see it all the time. You know, if somebody passes away, the grief can overwhelm you. But if you can find a target for your anger, anger is the easier emotion to deal with, because the plaintiff in this case seemed like an intelligent, put-together lady. Certainly the family came together. I'm certain that this lawyer was not inexpensive. But the bottom line is that she doesn't have the companionship of this son anymore, because I can't think of any other reason that over 2 years you maintain this sort of vendetta for used clothing. So lady has to put her anger where it belongs, which is the person who committed a murder and who not only ruined his own life, but probably impacted his whole family. Because that's what happens when you take the dog to a groomer and there's an accident.
I was always happy with the results, but this day, it kind of turned into a nightmare. His activity has declined. He's not the same. His mobility isn't the same because of the incident that they caused.
Dog that you allege was injured when you took the dog into the defendant's grooming place of business.
Correct.
You've used the defendant's facilities before.
Yes, ma'am.
She's groomed your dog before. What kind of a dog is it?
I have a Maltese. He's 3 years old.
And how long have you been taking it to the defendant's store?
Maybe 2 years now.
How often? Is it a male dog?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times a year do you take him to be groomed?
I try to take him for a haircut between every 8 weeks because I groom him in between with baths and things like that.
And you've never had a problem?
No, not before. With them, not up until this day.
Do you do the grooming yourself?
Myself or my other groomers, whoever she books, because we have a booking system, so she either calls and whatever groomer has an availability will book the dog under the groomer.
On the day in question, were you the groomer for the dog?
I wasn't at the beginning, but at the end, I was the one who finished the groom, correct.
Was that after the dog was injured?
Correct, yes, after the dog was
Who was the groomer?
A seasonal groomer that we had.
What was the date of this visit where the dog was injured?
It was November 22nd, before Thanksgiving.
Did she ask for a specific groomer?
No.
What kind of a license do you need in order to groom dogs?
In the state of Texas, you do not need a license.
Now, why don't you tell me what happened when Miss Jones brought her dog in to be groomed? You say you finished the grooming. How did you start the grooming?
So the dog was dropped off, and we initially take the dog in, check in, and she let us know what she wanted done.
Who did you expect to groom your dog?
Miss Diane.
Had she usually groomed your dog?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, she dropped the dog off November 22nd.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a pretty crazy, hectic day before Thanksgiving.
Matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Keep going.
He was matted because the dog hadn't been seen 2 months prior. Ms. Jones, she said she's been a customer for 2 years and only has come in 6 times, which we have documented. And every time she would come in, we would either need to do a neating up.
Listen to me. He started working on the dog, and then he cut the dog.
The dog got bathed, and then when he was grooming the dog, it was almost done. The last part that he had to do was remove a mat from underneath his leg, and which was where the incident happened.
Well, it was more than just an incident, Miss Torres.
The dew claw got cut.
Correct, and that's a big deal.
Yes.
What did you do after you, because then you looked at the dog, because the dog probably yelped.
Yeah, the dog,
Yes.
we were in a grooming salon, in a grooming room. So I was grooming my dog, and I heard the dog yelp, so I looked up, and I walked over there, and I applied pressure, and I told my groomer assistant, hey, can you call Pedro and tell him what happened? Because in order to take the dog to get seen from any vet, we need consent from the owner, because we can't just take a dog to the vet.
So?
Pedro ended up calling Miss Jones, let her know what happened, so we can get approval that we could take the dog
What did they tell you when they called?
When he called me, he told me that there had been an incident and Ace was at Animal Hospital. He never once asked me, was it okay? He told me
No. I just want you to tell me what you were told about the dog.
He told me that he had an accident and he had been cut. His nail was cut off too short. He told me it was a dew claw, which I wasn't familiar with the actual medical term of a dew claw, so I began to look it up. During the phone call, we stayed on the phone for 8 minutes. He informed me that it wasn't a big deal. I asked him, was he in pain? What's going on? He said, no, he didn't even notice. So from my understanding,
Now, just a second. So then they took the dog to the vet.
He was already at the vet. When he called me, he was already at the vet.
Great, which is a responsible thing for them to do. So they took the dog to the vet, and he was cared for.
Right.
And then when he came back from the vet, you finished the grooming?
No. So
you finished the grooming before you took him to the vet?
No. I finished the groom after Miss Jones had brought the dog back from the vet because the vet gave her care to take care of the wound during the Thanksgiving holiday. And they told her what needed to do in order to take care of the injury.
Okay. So now they've acted responsibly. They've taken the dog to the vet immediately. They contacted you. Did you get a vet bill?
Correct.
How much?
So I want to say the first one was like maybe $144. The second one was probably $120 or somewhere just ballparking it.
Did you pay for the vet bills?
Yes, we paid for the bill and we comped the groom.
Just a second. So they paid for the vet bills. And they also, according to her, she just volunteered that they did not charge you for the grooming.
Right.
So they acknowledged that it was their fault that the dog got cut by comping the grooming and paying for the vet bills.
Right.
So far, you've done everything appropriately. What are you suing her for? This is nonsense. This doesn't support your argument that the dog has problems related to that. It said could be from a lot of things.
I won't know, but they did say it could be.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm not a mind reader, madam. I can't tell in the future.
And later today,
He was supposed to pay for the mortgage.
The same. His mobility isn't the same. His daily activities that he doesn't do it
Like
he
what?
used to.
Like
His
what?
running, him playing at our apartment, he have like this ramp that he jump up. He's not able to jump up. It's high. He don't jump off things as high as he would
that's a
before.
good thing.
And he always holds up his foot. So he's like his daily activities, his mobility, he don't run as fast, and he will hold up his foot.
And
I think it has stemmed, and vets have confirmed that it has stemmed from the incident of him cutting off the dew claw because it wasn't correctly removed. And not only when they cut it off, it became infected. So they treated it, they gave me antibiotics, they gave me pain meds.
They took the dog to the vet. You went there, you authorized that. They paid for it. I'm still trying to figure out, they've done the right thing with the dog.
Right.
They were negligent, and that's why they paid for the vet bill.
And because of the incident, because of the accident of them cutting off his dew claw, it have caused damages that's going to last
I don't know that. You have a vet here?
Yes,
Listen to me. Listen to me. You're not an expert.
I'm not.
Right. What you're talking about is a diminished life because of this. His activity is different. So all I'm hearing is he can't jump up and he can't run as fast as he used to.
And it's because of the accident that they caused.
Just a second. You want $10,000 for your dog's disability?
He needs additional treatment. So
get me a vet to tell me what kind of additional treatment he needs.
I have it here, and I have highlighted as well.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at it.
And the credible source is here.
No, don't give me a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Just give me what I asked you for.
Yes.
It says, if the nail looks normal and is not, this is from the doctor and from Penn Vet. Actually, they're pretty good people. There is no evidence of redness or swelling or pain in the area. This could be something not related to the nail. Other causes of decreased mobility could be neck or back pain. There is also a potential that he could have an infection of the bone that the nail grows out of. And the only way to determine that would be an X-ray. Is that what you want me to read?
Right. And
Who cares? Who cares?
I have another documentation here from a credible source.
Just a second. If you tell me that you have another documentation, I'm going to look at it. Otherwise, this is nonsense. This doesn't support your argument that the dog has problems related to that. It said could be from a lot of things.
And the thing is, with the, I won't know, but they did say it could be.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm not a mind reader, madam. I can't tell in the future.
But I need an X-ray in order to determine that.
Then get one.
And I need the funds from the people that caused the incident.
No. Pay for the X-ray and then sue her if it turns out that the problem with his foot has to do with an infection of the bone. Listen, it's an unfortunate thing. You take the dog to a groomer and there's an accident, which sometimes happens. I've taken dogs over the years to groomers and there have been minor mishaps. It seems to me like these groomers did the responsible thing by immediately addressing the dog, calling you, taking the dog immediately, closing down shop, whoever it was, right before Thanksgiving, taking your dog to the vet, paying for it, and of course saying, please, we're not charging you for the grooming. This was our fault. You're talking about something that might or might not happen in the future.
This has affected him.
Zero.
This has affected him.
Zero. And I'm a dog lover. They did the right thing. And so far, I don't have any expert except you that says, my dog can't jump on and off the furniture, a bit of a blessing, and doesn't run as fast.
Because of the incident that they caused. I have documentation.
No, you don't have it. No, you don't. Not that I saw. Not that you gave me. You don't have any documentation.
None of this happened until they cut off his dew claw.
Miss Jones, they did the right thing. You're not able to be compensated for what might happen to the dog in the future because of this incident.
But they incorrectly removed his dew claw.
They did, and they took responsibility for it.
didn't.
Goodbye. Your case is dismissed.
This court is adjourned.
I'm very disappointed.
I think that she made the right decision.
Justice was not served for my dog.
It was about money. She wanted money.
I need to get x-rays. I would have to get exams. I would have to basically spend more money, and they should be held accountable for that.
I've taken our dogs over the years to groomers, and I remember once one of them was cut. I was furious. You know, they can't explain to you how it hurts. They can't explain. It's an accident. You're dealing with an animal that's moving around. But I think that the defendant in this case was a perfectly responsible person.
Paid for the vet bills, took the vet right away. Like she said, it was the week of Thanksgiving. I'm sure that it was very busy at the groomers, but still
closed it up
and took it to the vet, called her right away and paid for it and didn't charge her for the grooming. So you know, what more can you do when there's an
She
accident?
also said that the plaintiff from the vet brought the dog back to the groomer to be finished grooming.
Yeah. So clearly the dog was in a better state after seeing the vet, well enough to finish a grooming. Exactly.
Right.
So I think the ask was a little high here.
I do too.
Case 3153, Cortez versus Perez. All parties, please come forward.
Elizabeth Cortez is suing her son's ex-fiancée, Genesis Perez, for an unpaid loan and mortgage payments.
Ms. Cortez, Ms. Perez is the former fiancé of your son. I assume that that's your son.
Yes, ma'am.
And while they were a couple, and they are no longer a couple, they did the very foolish thing of purchasing a home together.
Yes, Judge.
And it is your claim that Ms. Perez owes you for some money that you laid out in order to prevent the house from being foreclosed when mortgage payments were not forthcoming from either of them.
Correct.
That's what the case is about.
Yes.
What's your last name, sir?
Cortez, Your Honor.
Step up with your mother. So I have a few questions. When did you and Ms. Perez start being a couple?
We started dating sometime around January 2015.
When did you become engaged?
Around August that same year, Your Honor.
And when did you purchase this house?
It would have been September 2020, Your Honor.
How much was the house when it was purchased?
It was $275,000.
How much of a mortgage?
It was $275,000, Your Honor.
So you didn't put in any money down on the house?
No, Your Honor.
Now, at that time, you and Ms. Perez were living together.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I assume you had made plans to budget yourselves as a couple.
Correct.
How did you and Ms. Perez split expenses?
She was responsible for the bills, so electricity, things like that.
Oh, just a second. Utilities?
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
Maybe groceries every once in a while.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Utilities and groceries. Were the utilities in her name?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what was your responsibility?
I told her I was going to take care of the mortgage.
Just a second. So she was paying you utilities and the groceries.
Yes.
And you were supposed to pay the mortgage.
Yes.
You lived together until when?
It would have been February or March 1st, 2023.
And she left the house.
Yes, Your Honor.
He was living there.
Correct.
Yes.
He was supposed to pay the mortgage. She continued with her end of the deal and maintained the
payments.
How long did you stay in the house after she left?
November the 3rd, Your Honor, of 2023 is when the house sold.
And you were in the house up until that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were in the house 7 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who paid the mortgage during those 7 months?
I paid up until June, Your Honor, and I lost my job. So my mom was helping me make the payments between June and November.
You asked her to do that?
Yes.
When did Ms. Perez remove her name from the utilities? When did you?
I never removed them until the house was sold, Your Honor.
Did you pay the bills for the utilities?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Cortez, is it correct that Ms. Perez paid the utilities until the house was sold?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you didn't pay the mortgage?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's also correct?
Yes.
So it was you who defaulted on the agreement that you had with Ms. Perez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okie dokie. We're getting that straight, right?
Yes.
Now, the house was sold November of 2023. For how much?
$335,000, Your Honor.
And Ms. Perez, did you realize any cash from that sale?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
How much?
$20,000.
And did you realize any cash from that?
Yes, Your Honor, the same.
$20,000. Let's go back. So now we understand what the game is.
Yes, ma'am.
It is your claim that Ms. Perez owes you $10,000.
Correct.
Explain it to me.
On February the 1st, she reached out to me, letting me know that she received a foreclosure letter.
Well, that was a foreclosure notice because your son didn't pay the mortgage.
Correct.
Okay, you understand that?
Yes.
They had an agreement.
Yes.
She kept a part of the agreement.
Well, the agreement, okay.
Tell me the agreement. This is the couple's agreement. She was to pay utilities and food.
Yes.
And he was going to take care of the mortgage. She maintained the utilities. I don't know about the food. When she moved out, probably didn't pay his food bill. But he didn't pay any of the mortgage. You understand that?
He paid up until June.
Of 2023.
Correct.
So when did you get a call from her? On what date that the mortgage was behind?
February the 1st.
I thought he paid until June of 2023.
No, Your Honor, he was behind on the payments.
No, that's not her fault. That's his fault.
Right, which caused the foreclosure. Okay. So she reached out to me to see what I could do. So I went over to their home on February the 1st, and we sat down to come up with the game plan. I told them I would loan them the money to stop the foreclosure because she was concerned about her credit being ruined because she needed school loans.
What was the foreclosure amount at that time?
It was $14,243.
So you paid that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get that back from him?
I got half.
Why didn't you get the whole thing? It was his responsibility to pay for the mortgage, not hers. He came out with $20,000 in cash. You're out money. He was supposed to pay for the mortgage. Why are you going after her?
Because the original with them, when they were buying the home, I don't think that it was just him paying the mortgage.
I don't care what you think. That was their arrangement. He would take care of the mortgage. She would take care of the rest of the bills. And he failed to pay the mortgage. For whatever reason, he failed to pay the mortgage, whether she knew or whether she didn't know. He made $20,000 on the sale of the house. If you helped out with the foreclosure of $14,000, that was his responsibility. Why don't you get that back from him?
But I also paid the mortgage, and that also...
Just a second.
Yes.
So you paid $14,000, and what months did you pay the mortgage?
June to the end of October.
She wasn't living there.
Correct.
He was living there.
Correct. Yes.
He was supposed to pay the mortgage. She was supposed to pay the utilities. Even though she wasn't using the utilities, she continued with her end of the deal and maintained the utilities, even though she wasn't there. Don't you see a problem with your thinking?
Not really, because I had an agreement with both of them.
I don't care whether you had an agreement with both of them. I'm telling you, they had an agreement. He can't make money and have his mother out money.
I paid back a total of $13,000, Your Honor.
Your mother says that's not enough. In any event, I stand unconvinced that she owes you any money.
But we met on the 1st, and she agreed that she was going to pay me half.
We struck a new agreement with her so we could save the house, save the credit.
Just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Show me where you have an agreement with her in February obligating her to pay you half of whatever you paid off for the mortgage in February.
It was an oral.
That's too bad. He got $20,000.
So did she.
That's all right. She paid her part of the expenses. Don't you follow that? Now, I thought I also saw that you paid credit card.
Yes, that was for the furniture, that it was appliances, because after we bought the house, his credit went down, my credit was still up.
So the appliances and furniture were put on your credit card?
Yes.
Did you pay for that?
Yes.
Is it paid off?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand? That was their agreement. He can't profit from that. Sounds to me as if she did everything that she was supposed to do, even after she moved out. She's already paid her half for everything, as per their agreement. And he got money. So how much did you pay your mother?
$13,500.
Good. You should pay her the rest.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Your case is dismissed. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
I still think she owes, because it was between me and her and my son, nothing to do with the original agreement.
Well, I think she was fair. She understands that this chapter's closed, so now I can put this behind.
She agreed to pay me, and she should have kept her promise.
He maxed all my credit cards, literally.
I'm going to pay her back.
Do not buy it with another man that's going to be with the fiance. Make sure you're married, for real.
Another great example of why you don't buy big purchases with someone that you're not married to, especially a house with a mortgage. I felt bad for the mother because she did bail out her son in his financial responsibility. However, he had his own agreement with his then girlfriend, fiance, and he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. So you
and she paid.
She did. She paid her half, and she paid what she was supposed to. She paid for the appliances, and I think there was also some credit cards being maxed out after the fact that she was responsible for and was not countersuing for. She just paid it.
I think what happened was she took whatever that money was that she got, the profit, and paid
off her debts.
Paid off her
was
debts.
Responsible.
And he didn't have any debts.
Well, he didn't, except for to his mother for bailing him out. And that's who she should be going after, not the ex-fiance.
Right. Two brothers fighting with each other. And you went upstairs and retrieved your gun.
To use it in self-defense if he was going to choke me again.
That never happened.
This is your fiancé.
Correct.
And the two of you were living in your grandfather's house.
Yes, ma'am.
Who was also your grandfather.
Yes, ma'am.
Also living in the house was your son?
No, we had not moved in at that moment.
But you were planning on moving in with your son.
Yes, ma'am.
An incident occurred when you came to the house.
Yes.
And your brother and Miss Warren were there. And there was an altercation on May 8th of last year. Mr. McNulty, you work as a security guard?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're licensed to carry a gun.
I have a CCW, concealed carry weapons license.
And how long have you had that?
Over a year and a half, as of today.
I'm going to do a general picture. You came with your son?
Yes.
I don't know whether to look at the room that you were going to move into. The two of you have a history of not getting along, or just...
We just don't talk. I don't really associate with them anymore.
Well, prior to May 8th, you didn't associate with them either.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to tell me what happened when your brother arrived with his son.
Well, when they got there on May 8th, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Did you know that they were moving in?
We found out 2 weeks prior. It was brought to our attention, but there was no specific date.
Okay, so who told you?
He notified us first via face-to-face conversation while he was at the house the previous day prior to the incident taking place.
So you knew they were coming. And on May 8th, they arrived in the morning.
Yes.
And your fiancé was less than pleased that they were there.
Yes.
Okay. And is there any particular reason why your fiancé was less than pleased that your brother was coming to his grandfather's house?
Just because of the comment that she made that people show up unannounced without us knowing or surprising us.
It's not her house.
I understand. No, she was just upset that he showed up. And then that's when she had made the comment that people show up unannounced, and that was what started the events.
Yeah. She should probably butt out of business that doesn't involve her. Does your fiancé work?
Yes, she does.
Does she contribute to the household? In what way does she contribute?
We were paying the utilities for the house. That was it, because the house is paid off.
But your grandfather lives there, does he not?
Yes, he does.
He doesn't charge you rent?
No, he only said pay half the utilities. And
Okay, so he doesn't charge you rent. You'd have to pay all the utilities if you lived someplace else.
Yes, correct.
So there's an altercation on May 8th because your fiancé starts up with your brother, who clearly you knew was coming 2 weeks before.
Yes, 2 weeks, yes.
And you're going to tell me about this combat that took place. But at some point, you left this place where you were all fighting with each other, and you went upstairs and retrieved your gun.
Yes, my firearm out of the safe.
And when you came downstairs, the police were there.
Not at the time, Your Honor.
What did you do with the gun when you came downstairs with the gun? You retrieved the gun.
Yes, Your Honor.
You went downstairs, and what was your intention to do with the gun?
At that time, my intention was to use it in self-defense if he was going to choke me again. I had been choked 3 times.
Now, you've extricated yourself from this situation. You managed to go upstairs. You could also go outside.
Yes.
You could go anywhere, but you went upstairs to get a gun.
Yes.
To bring downstairs. And you weren't in danger when you were upstairs, right?
Correct.
So then you come downstairs, police arrive, and they arrest you.
Yes.
And they arrest you on what charges?
The original 3 charges were assault, domestic violence, and aggravated menacing.
Did you point the gun at your brother?
After he tried
Just
to...
a second.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have to understand.
Yes, Your Honor.
Once you're able to withdraw from a situation that clearly was precipitated by her, but you're able to withdraw from it, you can't go someplace else and get a gun and come down and shoot him or menace him because you have an alternative. And your alternative is you're safe. You're upstairs. Lock yourself in a bathroom. Go out the back door. You subsequently pled guilty. You got a deal. They gave you, according to you, a disorderly conduct.
Yes, Your Honor.
As a result of the same incident. I don't care what you pled guilty to. You pled guilty. And now you're suing him for the following. Hotel bills, because you and your fiancé had to move out of your grandfather's house where you weren't paying rent. That's part of your lawsuit.
Yes.
That's dismissed. Lost wages. Well, you had lost wages because you work as a security guard. In order to work as a security guard, you need a gun, correct?
No, I'm unarmed.
Really?
Yes, I'm unarmed.
So what did you need a gun for? He's allowed to call your boss and say, you don't want this guy around. He's got a gun. And he came downstairs and he was brandishing the gun.
His child was outside.
His child was there.
Off of the property.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor.
So what did you need a gun for?
At that time, after I was choked 3 times, it was in case I needed it. I had retreated back into the house to get away from him, and he followed me the third time.
No. I thought you needed the gun for your job because you're also suing for lost wages.
No, the gun has nothing to do with my job. I'm unarmed security for the state of Ohio.
Okay, so then what did he have to do with you being out of work for 5 months?
Because he called my boss and told him, and I also have a statement from my boss saying that he did receive a call from him, and because he did call him, that he has to suspend me without pay.
Because you brandished a gun.
No, it was just because of the fact...
No, he told your boss that you had brandished a gun.
I don't know if he told him that.
Well, why do you think you were suspended from your job?
Because he called them to make them aware of the situation, and because I am a security officer, I have a guard card. The Homeland Security suspended it because I was away from work. He had called my boss and spoke to him directly.
That's all right. He's allowed to do that. You pled guilty. If you pled guilty to disorderly conduct, you pled guilty to being the aggressor. Whether it was an assault or an attempted assault, a battery, you pled guilty. That's the same thing as being found guilty by a jury. He's allowed to call your boss and say, you don't want this guy around. He's got a gun. And he came downstairs and he was brandishing the gun, threatening me, menacing me. And I had a child there with me, a 5-year-old child. His child was there, right?
His child was outside.
His child was there.
Off of the property. But yes, he was there.
Well, of
He was
course.
off of the property.
What do you mean off the property? He was in somebody else's house?
No, he was outside sitting on the tailgate on the street in the truck, in the back of the truck bed. He wasn't on the property when this incident happened. He wasn't around to...
You mean he was alone, by himself?
Yes.
Out there, 5 years old?
Yes.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, that's not correct. When he was pointing a gun at me and my son, I had to put him behind me just in case he decided to fire a shot off.
Where were you when he pointed the gun?
On our back porch steps.
Outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you both on the back porch?
Myself, my son, him, and Amanda were all on the back steps at that moment. He had the gun.
Okay, so he's allowed to call your boss. I don't think that you should have a gun anyway. If you think that you had the right under these circumstances to go up, get it, come down, and brandish it. Okay, lost wages, he doesn't owe you. If you got suspended from your job, if you got fired from your job, so be it. Hotel bills. Why do you think he should pay your hotel bills? I'll get to the incident in a second, maybe. Why do you think he should pay your hotel bills?
Because we were essentially illegally thrown out. We didn't receive any type of notice, and there was a protective
It's not
order.
his house, it's your grandfather's house. Why don't you sue your grandfather?
My grandfather wasn't there to witness
It doesn't make any difference. He can't throw you out of the house. Only your grandfather can throw you out. Did your grandfather throw you out?
No, he didn't throw me out, but my mother was the one who told her while I was in jail that she didn't want us living there, but she doesn't live there. She gets the house when my grandfather passes away.
She is the daughter of your grandfather. So she told you on your grandfather's behalf to get out of the house. What are you suing him for? He can't tell you to get out of the house. Only the owner can tell you to get out of the house. And the fact that he doesn't have to give you any notice, he doesn't own it. You get it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hotel bills. You have to start taking care of yourself. What kind of work do you do other than a security guard?
Yeah, I had to start up a small business while I was doing this to supplement my income.
Good. And what does your girlfriend do?
She works customer service.
Where?
At a retail store, big box store.
Okay, so you have enough money to pay rent someplace, to go find someplace, pay rent, and live like two adults. How old are you?
I'm 36, Your Honor.
And you?
36.
Well, then, live like grown-ups. Don't live in your grandfather's house. Go pay rent.
We moved there to help his grandfather because he's 86 years old. He needed help around the house.
Well, evidently not anymore.
He just asked us to move in. I moved her out of her house into his house, and we moved in. He just said that...
When? How long?
This was February 12th of 2023.
Okay, so you moved in February.
We were there
and you
for
were
a total
told to
of
leave.
3 months.
What?
We were there for, I believe, a total of 3 months, from February to May.
Okay, so you have to find yourself a place to live. Actual damages for assault. Now, you pled guilty, so I'm not interested in whatever assault took place. You pled guilty to being the aggressor in this incident. Are you claiming that you were assaulted as a result of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now tell me exactly, in your words, how the defendant assaulted you.
He had Mr. McNulty in a chokehold.
Just a second. That's not how it started. It started because you said to him...
I made a comment under my breath. People like to show up unannounced. He didn't like what I had to say.
What did he say to you?
He got in my face and said, "What did you say? What the hell did you say? I want to hear what you have to say." And that's when Mr. McNulty stepped in between us, put his arms out and said, "Hey, don't talk to her like that. Just go in the house. Just go in the house. She wasn't talking to you."
You were talking to him. You were talking to him.
Not directly. Not directly.
You were nasty.
But at that point, Mr. Fairbanks pushed him down the step. They got into a physical altercation.
When you said that your fiancé separated you, explain to me exactly how that happened.
So Mr. Fairbanks was standing in front of me. Mr. McNulty jumped in between us and put his arms out and said, "Hey, that's enough. Don't talk to her like that."
Okay, put his hands out. Didn't touch anybody.
No.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then Mr. Fairbanks laid his hands on Mr. McNulty first and pushed him down the step.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, it's not correct.
Okay, we're not talking about his assault, okay? He pled guilty to whatever happened that day. I want to hear how he assaulted you.
I'm getting to that.
Well, get there.
So he had attacked Mr. McNulty from behind and got him in a chokehold, kind of blindsided him. So at that point, I was like, okay, what do I do? I had to pull Mr. Fairbanks off of Mr. McNulty.
How did you do that?
I was on the phone with 911, kind of got my arm around him.
Got your arm around his what?
His face. I was trying to pull him off of Mr. McNulty.
Use your fiancé as an example of how you tried to pull him off. Show me on him.
So he was on top of Mr. McNulty. He had his back to me. So I, came up and tried to pull him off.
You put your arm around his neck?
Not his neck.
On his what?
Like right here, right in this area. I didn't put it around his neck.
Okay.
At that point, he turned around, pushed me in the face, and pushed me down the back porch stairs.
And?
Which resulted in me going to the hospital. I was 8 months out of an ACL reconstruction at that point. And when I hit the ground, the impact from hitting the ground damage that knee that I had just had fixed.
Did you put your hands on him first?
To pull him off, yes.
I don't care what you did. Did you put your hands on him first? He had two brothers fighting with each other.
We're not fighting. He was choking him.
Okay, and you put your hands on him first?
To get him off, yes.
Okay, and he pushed you off?
He threw me down the stairs.
Well, you got your hands around him. I want you to explain to me how he threw you down the stairs.
He let go of Mr. McNulty, stood up, turned around, put his hand in my face, and threw me down the stairs.
Okay, now I'd like to see your hospital records.
I have private insurance.
No, hospital records. This happened on May 8th, so I want to see your records from May 8th. That hospital record. Yeah, they gave you Tylenol.
They did a lot of x-rays.
They gave you Tylenol.
Yeah, but if you look in the description, it says that there's possible loosening of an ACL screw.
I have no idea, madam. You have a counterclaim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your counterclaim is for assault and actually menacing. You say threatening the life of myself and my son. You actually mean menacing with a gun. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I would like you to tell me how you were assaulted and what your injuries were.
Assaulted by Mr. McNulty, and I was defending myself against him, walking through the gate with my child right behind me. She did make a comment under her breath. I guess anyone can just show up unannounced. I did not get in her face at that point. Mr. McNulty pretty much got in my face, started pushing me away. There was no type of trying to separate us. That never happened, trying to separate us. We went straight into fighting with each other. Tried to defend myself because my son was directly behind me. I didn't want him getting hurt, try to keep myself protected. So I did everything I could to make that happen.
Do you have any injuries as a result of that?
Yes, Your Honor, I did receive a busted lip, a couple of scratches on my neck.
Do you have any photographs?
Yes,
And you have
I do,
a police
Your Honor.
report. I'd like to see it. How did you get the busted lip?
Busted lip was from Mr. McNulty when he did punch me in the face.
Do you have any photographs of your injuries, sir?
Your Honor, I did not have any injuries because I was simply...
Just a second, I'm just asking you.
No, I do not, Your
You
Honor.
do not?
I do not have any injuries.
Yeah. Your son wasn't injured, was he?
Thankfully, he was not. I did my best to keep him behind me as much as possible.
Did you have to hire a lawyer, sir? Did you hire a lawyer to defend you in this proceeding, this criminal proceeding?
Yes.
Where you pled guilty?
Yes, I did have a lawyer.
Did you have a public defender or did you hire a lawyer?
I had a personal lawyer.
And how much did you pay him?
It was free. I pay a membership for a gun lawyer. They protect you against gun thefts. It's a program for gun advocates. They hire a lawyer. You get up to a $50,000 bail if you go to jail and a firearm or something like that is involved.
Who hit you?
Physically punched me, Mr. McNulty. All the scratches came from Miss Warren.
Are you still living at your grandfather's house?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Where does your mother live?
My mother lives in her house.
You live there with your son?
My son comes and goes between me and his mother.
How is your grandfather?
Grandfather's doing pretty well. He still goes to work every single day, takes care of himself.
What kind of work does he do?
He is a retired mechanic, and now in his free time, he works across the street at the cemetery. He likes to keep it going.
Got it. Okay. Mr. McNulty, Miss Warren, your claim against the defendant for money owed for lost wages, hotel bills, and assault is dismissed in its entirety.
I have photos of my injuries.
I
as
don't
well.
care.
And I had to have a knee replacement as a result of him throwing.
Get me an expert. You can tell that story to somebody else.
I have pictures of the knee replacement.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, ma'am.
You get an expert here. You don't get $10,000 because you say, I had to have a knee replacement. How do I know that you had to have a knee replacement? You had a pre-existing injury. And you precipitated this whole thing, and you put your hands on him first. You put your hands on him
Well, I mean,
first.
what is someone supposed to do when someone's being choked?
I don't know. But if you put your hands on him first, he's going to react to you. He's going to react to you. And he had no physical injury. Zero, according to him. So you put your hands on him first. If he turns around and shoves you down the stairs, well, that's what happens when you put your hands on somebody. Somebody gets the short end of the stick in an assault, and just because you may have gotten the short end of the stick doesn't give you the right to put your hands on him. Aside from the fact that your big mouth started this whole thing between the two brothers anyway. Judgment on the counterclaim for $5,000 for both the assault, which I see pictures of, and for menacing with the gun. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
I think it was very unfair, and I think that my brother essentially lied and did not tell the complete truth.
She kind of came up with a story on her own, and she saw the truth, and that's all that matters.
Once he came down and did not present himself as a threat, the firearm was set down and pointed to the side. Yes, I did point it at him, but that was when he was still showing signs of aggression and trying to force himself back into the house. It was then pointed at him and let him know that the door was locked for his safety and ours, and if he comes in and continues to aggress towards me, I would shoot him in self-defense.
Looking down the barrel of a gun, having that gun pointed at my son's face, I definitely did not want him to go through that. I definitely didn't want to go through that, and I hope he can definitely forget that and never remember this day at all.
If he was going to continue to harm me and cause me to fear for my life, yes. At that point in time, it doesn't matter related or not. If he caused me to fear for my life, yes. In self-defense, I have that right, and I oblige by it.
Just glad we could put this behind us now.
He had him in a rear chokehold. I mean, you don't walk up behind somebody and choke them just for giggles, you know what I mean?
It didn't happen how she said it did.
I still don't associate with them or my mother as well. If anything, we're actually going to grow further apart, and I'm perfectly okay with that, and my life's going to continue on, and business as usual.
It's time to go separate ways.
So something so interesting was that in his papers, it said that he had pled guilty, and there wasn't much discussion about him hiring a lawyer, or like you said, whether he had a public defender. I've never heard of a club to be a part of to keep lawyers on retainer solely for the purpose of firearm charges and people with firearms getting into trouble to get them out of it. But apparently it must have worked because he got his gun back the next day or a few...
No. He got his gun back after he pled guilty, which took 5 months.
Yeah, no, after he had pled guilty.
After he pled guilty.
Very quickly was he returned his gun.
Because he pled guilty to a misdemeanor. If he had had a felony,
he
wouldn't have been able to get his gun back.
But that's an interesting setup for gun owners and gun enthusiasts.
Yeah, I never heard of it before.
Me neither.
To have somebody that you pay and probably pay him $50 a month, and it's a whole club, and everybody pays him, and hopefully he doesn't get tapped too often. You find out something new every day. Concierge gun lawyer. Interesting. She thought you were in an exclusive relationship.
We're just dating.
Why would a person ask a woman who he was just dating for money? Is not an answer. You are so lucky. You should kiss the ground that you're standing.
Bailiff Cassandra Britt is standing in for Bailiff Kevin Roscoe, and Law Clerk Alexi Mincer is sitting in for Law Clerk Sarah Rose. Tanisha Merriweather is suing her ex-boyfriend, Ty Womack, for a business loan he failed to pay back.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Case number 3070, Merriweather versus Womack.
Thank you. Miss Merriweather, you and the defendant were sort of briefly in a relationship. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it is your claim that during the course of that relationship, you made a loan to him?
That's correct.
And that loan was to start a business?
Yes.
He hasn't paid you back?
No, he
That's why
hasn't.
you're here. Mr. Womack says that you did, in fact, give him that money, which you're going to show me where you took it from, right?
Yes.
That he didn't start the business because he got preoccupied with other things.
Correct.
But it was a gift, right?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Womack, when and where did you meet the plaintiff?
We met online, and we started dating.
On what online?
Just online.
Isn't there a site, a place, a Facebook?
An
Where did you
online.
meet?
It's an online dating app called Black.
And when did you meet?
May 2022.
That's when you first met online?
Yes.
When did you meet in person?
It was toward the end of May, so maybe like May 29th or something.
And you both live in the same area?
Correct.
Where do you live?
I live in Los Angeles.
And you, sir?
Inglewood.
What kind of work do you do, Miss Merriweather?
I work for a reentry program, so we assist formerly incarcerated individuals. So we help them with housing, employment, and education.
And what do you do, sir?
Freelance production, so pretty much all of this that's going on.
Doing what?
Production coordinator, writer, everything that is associated with film and TV.
Who do you live with, sir?
Myself.
Who do you live with?
Myself.
Ever been married?
No.
You?
No.
Have kids?
Yes, one.
How old?
12.
Boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Lives with you?
Yeah, she does.
And you, sir?
3.
How old are they?
17, 15, and 6.
Are they also in Los Angeles?
They are.
Do you see them?
Often.
Who do they live with?
Their mothers. But each one has their own room at my house.
In your house?
Yes.
You pay support for them?
No, we don't have support set up.
Okay, so the two of you met online in May of 22, went out the end of May for the first time. At that time, Mr. Womack, what kind of work were you doing in May?
Production.
And according to what I read, that sort of dried up and you were blowing through your savings.
I wouldn't say that. I did wrap a show, and Miss Mayweather asked me what my plans were or if I had any business aspirations. I told her.
What month was this?
I'd like to say the end of 2022.
So you were dating from May of 2022 through December?
Yes.
Were you and Miss Merriweather, at least on your part, exclusive in your dating?
No.
Were you?
Yes.
Did you know he was not?
No.
from May of 2022 to December. Did you ever tell Miss Merriweather that you were seeing other people?
I let her know that dating was seeing other people and that we were dating. We weren't in an exclusive relationship.
Well, tell me how you explained that to her. I'm just curious because this $5,000 is a whole bunch of money. So I would like to know how you explained to her that she was just a date.
That we were dating. And in dating, you date other people. You see other people.
Well, I want to know how you convey that to Miss Merriweather, because this comes in a little bit later in your story, sir. She said she didn't know that you were dating other people.
We never had any talks of exclusivity. We never had any
That's not
talks
my question.
I don't know how to explain it, but I just let her know that we were dating, and she was free to do whatever she wanted to do.
But you also told me.
Shh. I'm getting it.
Okay.
When you had this discussion about this brainstorm that you were doing about how to add some money to your bank account, you're in the production business. What do you know about the used car business? Is not an answer.
I've been in
cars too, but I don't know anything about flipping cars. I just know that I drive a car. What do you know about it?
I've gone to school for mechanic, so I know how to fix a car.
Great.
But about selling, I haven't done it. So
about doing anything, how to buy, where to buy, how to sell.
I have attended auctions before, and I have purchased cars from auctions before.
Oh, good. And so you must have told that to Miss Merriweather.
I did.
Okay, because she wouldn't have guessed that. For instance, I wouldn't say to, my memory is not what it used to be, but if I were dating a guy who was in production, all different kinds, I wouldn't say, by the way, did you ever fix cars? Do you understand? Yeah. So that had to come up in a conversation somehow.
It did.
I want you to tell me how.
We were talking about
this is the end of the year.
Different things that I've done. I mentioned different jobs that I had.
Well, how did it come up? You must have said, you know what, my job wrapped and I don't have a steady income now. And I have 3 kids and I have to support myself and they all have a room in my house. It had to have something. You weren't living together, you each have your own space, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it had to come up somehow. It's not a guessing game. She wasn't like Johnny Carson and Karnak. What's in the envelope? The answer to the question is, it had to come up by you saying something to her, sir.
So we were having a conversation about the show wrapping. She asked me if I had anything lined up, any business ideas that I may have had. I shared them with her.
No, and what did you say to her? So she said, what's lined up? Your show wrapped, what's lined up?
I have an idea for purchasing cars and flipping cars.
You said to her?
Yes.
Okay.
And I asked her, are you asking me out of curiosity or are you asking me because you want to help? And she said a little of both.
Why would you ask somebody that you were just dating for financial help?
Because again, we're just dating. So if
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Why would a person of character ask a woman who he was just dating for money? Brothers and sisters, Mr. Womack?
I do.
How many?
Too many to count.
Too many to count? My God, I can count all the way up to 100. You're a hustler, Mr. Womack.
And later today.
Who do you live with, sir?
I live in the wind.
You live in the wind?
Yes. Whatever direction it's going, that's where I'm
always wanted
living.
to meet somebody who lived in the wind. Now my dream has come true.
She gave him for a car flipping business.
A grown man ask a person who is self-supporting, takes care of a child, who lives with her full-time. Why would you ask her for money?
I didn't ask her for money. She offered the money to me.
Well, how does that happen, sir?
Over the course of the conversation. And then she let me know, that business venture you were into, I'm going to give you the money.
Miss Merriweather, you have a 12-year-old daughter.
Yes.
She go to school?
Yes.
She does okay in school?
Yes, she does.
She have plans on going on to higher education?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. You have all of her college money put away?
Not all of it. No, I do not.
You saved some?
I'm saving, yes.
Saving so that your daughter can go to school?
Yes.
You wouldn't give somebody that you were casually dating, who was dating other people, money just as a gift?
No, I would not.
Yeah. Why would you do that? You don't look like an idiot.
I'm not.
Mr. Womack, I can understand that if you had an exclusive relationship and you both thought that you were going to build a life together and you were struggling financially and you had a discussion about how you could improve your financial profile, that I can understand. But so let's see what you told me, sir. Because this is all about loan, gift, loan. She thought you were in an exclusive relationship. You, not so much. You had an idea to flip cars to make some money. According to you, she said, I can help, right? With that business, right?
Yes.
Not to give it to you so that you could support your kids or to go out and find a new girlfriend, which you did. According to you, that's what you did. So let me understand. You said to her, I'm going to use the money to start a business to flip cars. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
But then you didn't. Now, you give me a whole lot of reasons in your answer as to why you didn't. So let me see if I remember. You said you were preoccupied with your mother's illness,
Yes.
right? And then she started to ask you a whole lot of things while you were preoccupied with your mother's illness, like where to go to dinner, or where you going, I don't know, to Disneyland, or other that you considered silly things considering your situation with your mother, right? That's what you say in your answer.
Yes.
But you weren't so preoccupied with your mother that you didn't find another girlfriend, because that's what you also say in your answer. So somehow, between taking care of your mother and this alleged business, you found time to find a new girlfriend.
Correct.
And you never did buy a car or start the business. That's what you also said.
First off, she was never
just
my
a second.
She was never my girlfriend.
That's not what I asked you. I didn't say she was your girlfriend. I didn't say she was your girlfriend. Would that be correct? Let's read the question back to him, Whitney, that I posed to him, because he didn't give me the answer to my question.
But you weren't so preoccupied with your mother that you didn't find another girlfriend, because that's what you also say in your answer. Somehow, between taking care of your mother and this alleged business, you found time to find a new girlfriend, correct?
Not a new girlfriend. She was never my girlfriend to start with.
You mean she was never, but you found...
So in dating other people...
Just strike the word new. It was a sufficient girlfriend for you to put in your answer.
So while dating other people?
No. Not what I asked you, sir. You want me to read the question again?
Sure.
You managed to find another girlfriend.
No.
No. Did you buy a car?
No.
I'm going to ask you $24,000 question, or excuse me, the $64,000 question. What did you do with her money?
I used it towards my mother's funeral.
Really? Is that what she gave you the money for?
No, but
Then
she
you
also
took it-
let me
then you
know that
took-
I could use the money for other things. And I told her I was
Just a
trying
second.
to hold on
Just
to
a second. Miss Merriweather, did he ever tell you he used that money for his mother's funeral?
No, he didn't. No.
it. We weren't talking at that time.
When did your mother die?
March this year.
So she gave you the money in what month? What month did she give you the money?
December, January.
Look
December.
there.
December 2022.
Now, you had December, so you had Christmas for your kids, right? You had January, whole month of January. So what you're telling me is you didn't spend any of that money in December. You didn't spend any of the money in January. You didn't spend any of the money in February. You saved it all up for your mother's funeral.
December and January, I'm not sure if you remember, it was really rainy, and we had months of rain, like 2 solid months of rain. There were no auctions to go to because they're outdoors.
And?
So I couldn't go.
You are so lucky. You are so lucky. You should kiss the ground that you're standing on. He has 3 children who have 2 or 3 mothers. I know at least 2. 3 mothers? Right. And he took your money and spent it on himself.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, Mr. Womack?
I do.
How many?
Too many to count.
Too many to count. My God, I can count all the way up to 100. You're a hustler, Mr. Womack. Can I see the $5,000 that you gave him? You're a hustler, and you should thank your lucky stars, madam, that you didn't involve him in your daughter's life, because it would be a terrible thing to involve a hustler in your daughter's life. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. We're finished.
Thanks, great.
Court is adjourned.
It was a gift. She gave me the money.
He knew that he owed me the money that I loaned him, and it was not a gift for him to use for his mother's funeral.
She gave me the money. And I told her once I got money from the business that I would pay her back, or she could become a partner in the business.
No, we had a conversation about him starting a business. He came to pick the money up from me, and I gave him cash for him to start his business and also repay me.
And had I been with her, she'd never ask me for that money ever again.
No, he owes me, and it was for a business that he started. It was an investment for him.
Out of the blue, she showed up at my house with some subpoenas.
He didn't respond back. He blocked me, and that was it. I'm not gonna loan out any more money to anyone I'm dating.
Okay, my clerk. So this is my take on this case. I made a decision today based on what I perceived as the facts and the relationship between these 2 people. The fact that I think she sort of got hoodwinked. So now I want you to give me a legal rationale for what I just did.
Sure. So he accepted money for a car flipping business, and he's under a legal obligation to exercise best efforts to put that money towards his car flipping business. And he used it for reasons outside of that. This was not a no strings attached gift. This was for car flipping, and he has to use it for that.
I buy that. Thank you.
Case number 3069, Finley versus Neal. Please come forward.
Aaliyah Finley is suing her children's father, Jason Neal, for property damage and emotional distress.
Ms. Finley, you and the defendant have 3 children together.
Correct.
And it is your claim that he destroyed some property of yours and that he subjected you to emotional distress.
Yes.
I've had a few husbands who subjected me to emotional distress over the years. Comes with the territory sometimes. I looked at your claim, and I have to tell you, before we even get started, Ms. Finley, because I'm a very fair person, I was unimpressed with your claim, so I really don't know what you're doing here seeking $5,000. From January 7th, 2022, Mr. Neal, up until today's date, were you and the plaintiff intimate? Shh. Now, look at me. Some facts, and I can move on with things that are current and important. Your 3 children are how old?
3, 2, and 1.
And the defendant is the father of all of those children?
Correct.
Did you ever live together?
No.
Who do you live with?
I live alone with my children.
You work?
Yes.
Who takes care of the children?
While I'm at work or
while you're at work?
They go to daycare in between my mother and my sister.
Who do you live with, sir?
I live in the wind.
You live in the wind?
Yes. Whatever direction it's going,
I
that's
always
where I'm
wanted to
living.
meet somebody who lived in the wind. Now, my dream has come true. Okay, he destroyed your property. When was the first time he destroyed your property, and what did he destroy?
He vandalized my car.
He vandalized your car?
Yes.
Month and year?
September 29th, 2021.
And what have you been doing since September of 2021? We're now 2 years later.
During that time, my father had died, so it was a lot going on. I have to deal with the death of my father. I was pregnant, and as well, like, my father's from Texas, so I had to travel.
Well, you've had 2 children with him since he vandalized your car.
No, I did not.
1?
1. I was pregnant with our last child when he vandalized my car.
Your child is 1?
She's 16 months. I was pregnant with her.
What else did he do? Oh, by the way, did you drive that car?
Yes, that was my personal car.
Do you still have it?
Yes.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you fix it?
No, it was $4,500 to fix the radio.
Well, he's not paying you $4,500 for something that happened 2 years ago, madam. What's next?
After that, he broke my phone.
Month and year that he broke your phone?
It was at our baby shower. It's probably like I'm gonna say like January 2022.
Well, now that's a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you managed to have a baby shower.
Yeah.
Right? So you had a baby shower, and that was after the car was vandalized.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And tell me about the phone. 30 seconds or less.
Okay, so basically, with the phone, I was having a dispute with a friend, and I guess he didn't like what was being said, so he just took my phone to end the conversation and threw my phone.
And threw it where?
On the ground.
What happened to it?
The screen cracked.
Is that the phone?
No.
So what happened to the phone?
It was broke. It was like the screen broke, and it was ink on the screen.
So what did you do? Did you get a new phone?
Yes.
When?
The next day.
You have a receipt?
I don't have the receipt for the new phone I brought, but I have a receipt for the phone he broke.
No, I need a receipt for the new phone.
Well, I don't have that, ma'am.
Well, then you don't have a case with regard to the phone. What's next?
He broke my necklace.
He broke your necklace. And when did he break your necklace?
Around the same time.
Well, tell me about it.
So this was the event at the baby shower. So he didn't like.
So it was at the baby shower?
Yes.
Was it the same baby shower?
Yes. I made a joke and he didn't like it. So I was like, he's only here because I like made him come. And then he was like, no, I'm here because I love you. And then he grabbed my neck and pulled me closer to try to kiss him, and I didn't want to do that. So my necklace broke.
And this all happened in?
It all happened around this
January of 2022.
Yes.
Mr. Neal, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you remember the date of the baby shower?
Absolutely.
What's the date of the baby shower?
Oh, man.
Well, you said absolutely. Uncross your arms. What's the date of the baby shower?
I think it was like January 7th.
In whose house?
Of family members.
From January 7th, 2022, Mr. Neal, up until today's date, were you and the plaintiff intimate? Shh. Now, look at me. Is not an answer. That's either a yes or a no. You should remember that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. And if I were to ask you the same question, Miss Finley, between January when he tried to pull you close and to kiss you and broke your necklace because you didn't want to kiss him, have you and the defendant been intimate?
No.
Yeah, I don't believe that. In any event, whether I believe it or not, you have no case against him. Your case is nonsense. I wrote nonsense when I read it. I still believe it's nonsense.
But are you
Your
sure?
case is dismissed. We're done. Thank you.
Case is closed. This court is adjourned.
I don't even like it.
I'm feeling the way I look good, man. You know, everything is copacetic.
Because he hates himself.
You know, when you do things, out of spite, you never prevail,
I didn't tolerate it.
Oh, she lied. She, defamation of character. You gonna sit up there and tell him you're not intimate with me? Look at me. How you not gonna be intimate with me?
I hope he just get his life together.
Oh, we keep our space and we continue, gravitate in different directions?
I've been moved on.
Oh, I'm gonna always be there. We're gonna co-parent regardless, but other than that, significant other, nah, I don't entertain that no more.
I feel like because he's in a position where he has nothing, so he wants no one to have anything.
Back in the wind. That's the way I like it. Yeah.
I think that case can be summed up in a moment. You asked the defendant, do you know when your child's baby shower was? And he said, absolutely. He said, okay, what's the date? Let me think about it. That was it.
Yeah. She's accusing you of vandalizing her car.
That was not me.
My front windshield was busted out.
I don't know nothing about no windows. I'm not.
I have a video of that as well.
You know whether you were there. You say that she, in fact, did defame you, and I believe that that was on social media.
Yes, ma'am, Facebook.
The defendant denies that she vandalized your car, and she says that you, in fact, defamed her. She has a counterclaim.
Yes, ma'am.
I read your papers, and it seems that you were married to a man whose name is...
Adele.
How long were you married?
We got married December 2019. We were divorced May of 2023.
And the defendant dated your husband?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that after the divorce?
Before the divorce.
Before. How much before the divorce?
I wouldn't even know. I just received information from him while he was incarcerated.
Okay. You met him while he was incarcerated?
No, I met him when he was out of incarceration.
Give me the month and year.
Probably about October of 2023, I believe.
What was he incarcerated for?
He was on a parole violation.
Okay. How long was he incarcerated for?
Less than 2 years, maybe about 16 months, maybe.
But you met him before he went into jail?
Correct.
And did you continue to communicate with him while he was incarcerated?
Yes.
Did you see him? Did you visit him?
No, actually, he was paroled to me.
To your home?
Yes.
You're
upon his release.
So he came to your house from prison?
I picked him up from prison.
Now, at some point, you were in a car together with your ex-husband?
Yes, it was my car.
What were you doing together?
We were just hanging together. We were leaving my sister's house.
So this is after the divorce?
Yes.
Month and year?
November 2023.
So it was a friendly divorce?
Well, it wasn't friendly to start. After a few months went by, we talked and decided that we just wanted to be friends.
This incident happened in November. Do you remember the day?
Yes, ma'am. November 27th, 2023.
Tell me what happened.
So me and my ex-husband, we were sitting in the car.
Where?
Out in the parking lot of my sister's apartment complex. We were getting ready to leave. He informed me that Sunshine was sitting in a car nearby. So I just told him, let's just leave.
Do you live in that area?
No, ma'am.
You were in the parking lot for what reason?
I was not in the parking lot. I received a telephone call requesting that I come and meet with him to release his clothing that were at my home because he was on the run.
He sounds like a prize if that's true. So he tells you to meet him where he knows he's going to be with his ex-wife.
I had no idea.
You had no idea?
No idea.
Okay. So now you're in the parking lot with your ex-husband.
Yes.
And he says to you, there is Sunshine.
Yeah.
And you know who Sunshine is.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I told him it would just be best if we decided to leave.
Because you were no longer together, is that right?
No, we were together. We're on the run. Where he was paroled to at my house, he can't come there because police and parole were looking for him.
What were they looking for him for?
He got released from incarceration October 18th. Approximately a week later, he absconded from parole.
How do you do that? You mean he didn't report to his parole officer?
I contact parole, letting him know that he was not at home when he's supposed to be at home.
Okay. So he was paroled to you, and he left your house?
Yes.
Got it. How many hours or days had he been gone when you contacted his parole officer?
Approximately about a week.
So you didn't know where he was. Did you know where he was?
Yes, I did.
Where was he?
He was with me and with other people as well.
You mean with other ladies?
I assume so.
You assume so. Okay. So when you called the parole officer to advise him that he was no longer with you, you weren't worried for his safety.
I was absolutely worried about his safety, and I gave him multiple chances of please return back home. I spoke with parole. Parole is willing to give you an additional chance as long as you come back home and contact them, let them know that you're here. He would tell me multiple times that yes, he will come and return back. And as I continue to ask him, like, where are you at? What's going on? It's after 9 o'clock. You need to be here. And he tells me, well, I'll be there, and never shows up.
I got it. Okay, so now you see her in the parking lot.
Yes.
This prize package, by the way, where is he now?
Incarcerated.
Ah, good. Well, he'll be able to watch me from the rec room. He now called her and told her to meet him and bring him clothes to where he was going to be with you, did you know that he had called her?
I didn't.
No. And when you saw her, you were driving your car?
He was driving.
He was driving your car?
Yes.
With no license.
Don't shut out. That's the least of his troubles.
Right.
Right?
Right.
He's got you, the parole board, and the entire penitentiary system to worry about. Having no driver's license is really the least of his...
Going for a false police reports and defamation.
So, he sees her, there's Sunshine, you know who Sunshine is, you say, let's go.
Yes.
And?
As we were leaving, Sunshine began chasing us. So once I noticed that she were chasing us, I told him, let's go to the police station.
That's not true.
We were...
No. Just... Shh.
As we were driving, we were stopped at a red light, and Sunshine got out of her car and tried to punch the passenger side of my window car. And I have a video of that as well. I can show you that. And we continued to drive until we reached the police station.
Okay. And you say that's not true?
That's not true.
Okay, so I'd like to see that video.
Babe, back up. Babe, go, babe.
Your Honor, the reason...
Now, that was you getting out of your car and approaching her car.
Yes.
So when you said that's not true, that's what I saw. I saw you angry getting out of your car.
She stated that I tried to bust out a window.
Just a second. I saw you angry getting out of your car. And then the camera went. Okay, so you said to him, let's go to the police station. And?
Once we got to the police station, they said I had to wait for an officer to get there. I waited for about an hour or so, but I didn't stay to actually get a report.
Okay, and then you left.
And then I left.
Keep going.
Later that day, Sunshine came by my home, in which I have a video of that, where she asked my mother, what kind of car do I drive?
Okay, now, she has, again, Miss Green.
Yes.
Just want to let you know, I saw that video. You told me that that wasn't the case. She says she has a video of you in conversation with her mother.
I'd like to see the video.
Just a second. No, that's not what I asked you. Am I going to see you talking to her mother?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's see the video.
Hello? Let me quick, hold on. Hi, how are you? Are you Facebook? I am. You are? Facebook a black son? What is that? Is this shirt black?
And?
Ma'am.
I mean, just a second. That is you.
That is absolutely...
That is you.
Well, I actually cannot see the video.
Oh, you can go up. But you know if you... Listen to me. Sunshine, whether you can see it or not, you know whether you were there.
Absolutely.
Just a second. You know whether or not you were there. So the question is, you want to look and see whether I can see that it was you there?
No, me.
Oh, just a second. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. You were there and asking what kind of car she drove. That would be a yes.
Yes. But that was...
Just a second. That's not a but. That's a yes.
Yes.
Now, what was your interest in whether or not she drove a Tesla or a Grand Prix or a Chevy? What was your interest in that?
Because on November 19th, I had filed charges against Adele and Faith Hamilton in regards to an incident that occurred when...
Put that down.
Which is the police report.
Put it down.
Your Honor.
On November 19th, you say you filed a complaint against the two of them.
Yes.
For what?
For robbery.
Okay. Who robbed what?
As I was driving down a street, I came in contact with Adele walking. Adele called me on the phone. Adele asked me if I can come back and speak with him. As I came back, he stated he has Faith with him. They were walking together. And I said, okay, that's fine. He said, well, Faith would like to speak with you as well. I said, well, it's not going to be a problem,
Look at me.
is it? I said, because I don't want to be in no problem. So he said, no. So I welcomed them both into my vehicle. He put out a handgun and demanded money from me. As I had the money in my conceal, which was my rent for $850, Faith snatched the money and ran. Both of them ran out of the vehicle, which at that time I immediately went to the police station and filed a police report.
My question is, what are you doing here?
Because I was going to let the police know this is her address. I didn't know at the time. I gave them two different addresses, and then I ended up came in contact by someone.
Well, that's not really smart, is it?
It's not at all.
It's not really smart to go to the house, and you don't look frightened. I mean, you're there asking her questions. You didn't ask whether she lived there or not, you asked what kind of car she had.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then?
And then later that day, I was leaving for work because I work overnights around 8:30 p.m. I noticed that my front windshield was busted out and the two tires on my passenger side was busted out as well.
Photographs?
Yes.
I'd like to take a look at them. And that was on the 27th?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, can I say something?
Yeah.
I also have a text message that she sent with a video of her actually busting out of my windshield. And I also have a Ring camera video of her busting two of the tires as well.
Okay.
I have no idea about this.
Just a second. I don't care whether you have an idea of the Miss Green. That
Well,
is,
this is all
just
new
a
to me.
second. Well, it's not new to you that she's accusing you of vandalizing her car, because certainly you're here because she's accusing you of vandalizing. So what's news to you is she has video proof of you doing it from a Ring camera. Am I correct?
I have
You have no idea. You
No
haven't seen
idea.
it. Okay, now, I've already seen two videos, Miss Green. The first one, you said didn't happen until we saw it, and then you said, well, it did happen. The next one was, she said you came to her home to try to find out what kind of car you drove, and you said, no, I didn't. And then she had a video. Pay careful attention. So far, your batting average is in the toilet. This is from your ex-husband's text messages.
Yes.
It reads, your face next. Call her and ask what just happened. Soon you're next. Call Faith and tell her to check her vehicle.
She accused her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, of vandalizing Faith's car and online defamation. Sunshine is countersuing, claiming Faith defamed her on social media.
Now, I'm going to play the video. I haven't seen it either. Before I play it, do you want to tell me whether or not I'm going to see you flattening her tires and busting her windshield?
No, Your Honor.
Video, please. Okay, so that's somebody who I can't identify coming up to your car. It's a single person, unless you have it clearer on your phone.
No, that's the only one, the video that I have. That's the video for the tires. I have a video where you can't see her, but in the video, somebody's running up to my window.
Shh. Let me see. Don't tell me what. I mean, I have eyes.
The one of the windshield is on the phone.
Okay, I'll take a look at it, Kevin.
Your Honor, again, I have nothing to do with it. I don't know nothing about no windows. I'm not, that was not me.
Who took this video?
She sent my ex-husband a text message. That video, in the text message, she says...
No, I can read.
I'm sorry.
I can read. So you got this video, because this video is not from a Ring camera. This is taken from somebody's own camera, because they're following their feet.
Yes.
Okay? That's what it shows. Okay, now I'll see the text message.
May I see that video as well?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Would you show this to Miss Green? This is from your ex-husband's text messages.
Yes.
It reads, your face next. Call her and ask what just happened. Soon you're next. Call Faith and tell her to check her vehicle. Sarah, would you do me a favor? Go in the back and dial this number, 716.
Can I have that?
Yeah.
Do you want me to write it down? You might want to have her take her phone off airplane mode.
Just a second, is your phone with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Take it out. Take it off whatever mode it's on. What mode is it on? Kevin, go over and watch the defendant, please. Take it off whatever mode is off. Perfect. Just want to see, it may not come through this number, but that certainly sounds interesting, because whoever did this to your car clearly had two things. Had your ex-husband's telephone number because they sent him a text message. That's one. Knew your name, Faith. That's two.
I have a police report as well.
Okay, Kevin, you can come back now. But first, would you give me Miss Hamilton's police report?
Should I turn this back off or should I leave it on?
Just leave it right there.
It's a spam number, so when you call it, it just says, "Thank you for accepting our offer." And it's a spam number, so I'm sure it could be a generated number if people are looking to get alternative phone numbers.
Kevin, would you go over to the phone? See if anything buzzed. Nothing. Leave it up here. Thank you. Okay, well, this is just a police report about what happened. It doesn't give me any further information.
Your Honor.
What?
May I speak, please?
About what?
I have a police report that Faith filed against me and had me arrested. And in that police report, and when I approached the judge, which the case just got dismissed, none of this that she's stating was any of the charges that...
Just a second. You have a countersuit.
Yes.
And your countersuit is for false charges. I assume these are the false charges.
Yes.
Well, you have to understand, Ms. Green, so far what I have is you were at a place going to meet your ex-boyfriend who you were really annoyed at because he left the home where you had allowed him to come to after he was released from prison. You went to jail, you picked him up, you brought him home, and all of a sudden he disappears for a week. And you're back and forth. You better come back. I spoke to your parole officer. I'll give you another chance. Nothing. Then you get a call from him, according to you, meet me at this parking lot because I need some clothes. You go over there. You are angrily exiting your car. Then I have, that same day, you verifying or attempting to verify with the person who lives in her house, she says her mother, what kind of car she drives, because you knew he didn't have a car because he was driving the car that you saw in the afternoon. You wanted to know what kind of car Miss Hamilton drove. That night, her car is vandalized. And Adele receives a text message from a spam number that says, next time it's your face. Soon you're next. Call Faith and tell her to check her vehicle. I have to tell you that in a beyond a reasonable doubt situation, maybe some jury of 6 or 12 would have some doubt about whether or not you vandalized her car. So far, I have to tell you, I have no doubt that you vandalized her car. Just understand.
Are you a victim of an assault? Go to Judy Justice.
You filed for a protective order?
I can show you where I had to actually block her from messaging me on Facebook.
I was not aware of none of this.
She is, I would have to say, obsessed with me.
There is an order of protection against you. If you violate the order of protection, you're going to jail. Get it through your noodle.
This?
It seems that you were married and the defendant dated your husband.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that after the divorce?
Before the divorce.
Before. Tell me what happened.
So me and my ex-husband, we were sitting in the car, and Sunshine got out of her car and tried to punch the passenger side of my window car.
Who robbed what?
He put out a handgun and demanded money from me. Faith snatched the money and ran. Both of them ran out of the vehicle.
This is from your ex-husband's text messages.
Yes.
It reads, your face next. Call Faith and tell her to check her vehicle. And then?
I also have a text message that she sent with a video of her actually busting out of my windshield. And I also have a Ring camera video of her busting the tires as well.
You have a countersuit.
Yes.
And your countersuit is for false charges. I assume these are the false charges.
Yes.
And now, the conclusion. Faith Hamilton is suing her ex-husband's partner, Sunshine Green, for vandalizing her car and defamation.
Anything else you want to tell me?
I also have another message where she sent to Adele.
I read it.
It says...
Just a sec, don't tell me what it says. BAE, what does that mean?
Bay. That's what she was calling him.
Okay. I'm not trying to be in nasty words, but I guess you don't want me anymore. I cry. I done fake accounts. I called from numerous numbers. I broke out windows. I keep indoor. Told me that you were going to come back, which you didn't. I'm not going to wish bad on you. I love you, but this has caused me a lot. I will not reach out to you anymore. I give up trying. There are a few items here at the house that you didn't left. I will reach out to Faith or your mother to give it to them. There are still clothes and other personal things you left.
That is not me. She said Adele be out there with multiple other girls. That is not me.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes. So for the second part of my claim, I would have to say that I believe Sunshine is, I would have to say, obsessed with me. There are many occasions where, one, that report that Sunshine told you about, where she filed the robbery charges against me and my ex-husband, when I answered to the detective, talked to him, I told him.
You can't tell me what you told the detective. Were you arrested on that complaint?
I was not arrested on that complaint. I actually received the order of protection from that.
Just a second. The answer is you were not arrested on her complaint.
No.
You weren't, in fact, contacted by the police.
Yes.
Subsequent to being contacted by the police is what you're telling me that you filed for a protective order?
Yes, and I was granted it.
Do you have a copy of it?
Yes.
I'd like to see it. What happened with it?
We have an order
Can I see
of
that,
stay
Your Honor?
away until May 9th of this year.
Did you have a hearing?
Yes, we had.
Who was present at the hearing?
I was there.
Was she there?
Yes.
Was testimony taken?
Not for me, no.
Was testimony taken from Miss Green?
Can I explain what happened on those dates? Because we had to go 3 times. On the first date, Sunshine told the judge that I lived with her.
Your Honor, she did state on record that
Just a second.
she was arrested.
Just a second.
So I had to prove that I didn't live with her because that's what Sunshine told the judge. And then when we went back, it was another discrepancy from Sunshine. And then when we went back, that's when the judge gave me the final order and the temporary protection order for May 9th of this year.
But you don't have to return to court. It expires May 9th.
Yes.
Does the defendant have a protective order against you?
No.
No. What else?
I also have where Sunshine posted on Facebook saying that I was a wanted felon, and she also posted where I live on Facebook.
But just a second. Are you on Facebook?
I am.
Can I see where she posted that you're a wanted felon?
Yes.
Before I look at it, did you post that she was a wanted felon?
I would like to see what she...
I'm asking you, before I look at it, I'm asking you whether or not you posted that she was a wanted felon.
No, I posted Adele is a wanted felon.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I say
Yes, no, you did. You did. Listen to me.
That?
I'm going to read it to you. If you know Adele, contact the police department, New York State Parole. He is wanted. Also, if you know where Faith Hamilton is, she is accomplished, I assume you meant accomplice, with hiding Adele, and she is wanted by the police department for felony charges. Her last known area.
Can I see that, please, ma'am?
Absolutely.
Your Honor, can I say something? Oh.
Right. It clearly states that Adele is wanted by the police.
Keep reading.
With hiding Adele, and she is wanted by the police department for felony charges.
Correct.
Right. With these charges that I filed on police department, which is here, I have it. They are wanted.
No, madam. First you said you didn't, then you said you wanted to see it. I'll take it back. I'll take it back now.
I do.
You have to understand something, madam. I get it. I get it. You posted here.
I didn't post anything. I can pull up my Facebook account.
Hold on a second. I'm going to show these to you, but let's make certain you have no information. Now, why she's on the tip of your nose, I have no idea. You're a girlfriend. You were dating him while he was married to her. If anything, you should be on the tip of her nose, not vice versa. So I don't know why she's on the tip of your nose. And you did, in fact, say she's a wanted felon. And that's not true. As a matter of fact, after a judge heard the allegations, the court granted her a protective order for almost a year against you, based upon your statements.
There's no order of protection for a year, ma'am. That is incorrect.
Tell me when it expires.
This order of protection expires 5/9/2024. The order was was issued on February. I never had a complete order of protection. I had
Just a second. There is an order of protection against you. Understand this. Get it through your noodle. There is an order of protection against you. If you violate the order of protection, you're going to jail. She has an order of protection issued by a judge who you saw 3 times, who granted her a protective order much after you had filed these robbery charges against her, which the detectives decided to go nowhere. Detectives didn't buy it, and neither did the judge who heard the protective order case, because the charges that you filed against her were brought up before that judge, before he issued the protective order against you.
When I received this notification, I didn't receive this charge until when I approached in court. I came in court on February. I was not aware of none of this. I just received this in the mail. As I went to court on this, and I argued, and I spoke with the DA, and I spoke with the lawyer, and I showed them that all this that was going on, and this is basically because of her husband. The judge and the DA and my attorney agreed.
No. Don't tell me what they agreed, madam. What I'm telling you...
I have the letter from the courts right here that states...
Just a second. Somebody prepared a letter for you for this proceeding?
Was the courts. It was from the court. It was from the...
Can I see what she has?
And here's... I would like
No, I'm not interested in that.
All right.
Because I didn't buy it, and neither did anybody else. What? This is an attorney from the Legal Aid Society. That's not from the court.
Right,
Return that to her.
I was never convicted of any charges.
Just a second. Return that to her.
I was never convicted of any charges.
Very good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,600. Just a second on your claim. Don't speak. On your claim, I find that she is guilty of vandalism, and I find that she did, in fact, defame you when she said that you were wanted for a felony in this post, which you clearly were not. Okay, now we're going to get to your counterclaim. Your counterclaim is false charges. Well, that's out because I find that you absolutely vandalized her car. And defamation. So now the only thing left that I'm going to hear is the defamation part of your lawsuit. Tell me how Miss Hamilton defamed you.
I have multiple messages from Facebook and also from her texting me stating that...
No, listen to me. Her sending you text messages is not defamation. That's communication between 2 people. She can call you the worst names in the book as long as it's between the 2 of you. Defamation is when it's relayed to a 3rd person or other people. So you want to show me what it is that you are complaining about that she broadcasts to other people about you that would fall within the category of defamation.
Yeah, I also have a witness here that also
Just a second. Show me.
Yes,
Don't give me a whole bunch of stuff. Don't give me text messages. Just show me what you are alleging. Give her a pen, Kevin, and let her circle it.
I will.
Circle it.
Yes. Which it has been posted on her page. And there you are.
Okay. Is this something that she's talking to you?
I received that as a text message, and then she posted on her wall, which my witness right here.
Do you have any information that the defendant has a serious illness?
No.
You posted here.
I didn't post anything. I can pull up my Facebook account. I can show you. I don't hardly post anything on Facebook.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm going to show these to you. This appears to come from Faith Hamilton. But let's make certain you have no information that the defendant has a serious illness.
No.
Okay, now show this to me.
Well,
shh. Don't speak.
Those look more like personal
Your Honor,
messages
this is
back and forth.
I'm going to show them to you because I don't understand them.
Your Honor, this is actually direct messages, and my Facebook name is not Faith D. Hamilton, it's Faith Hamilton.
So what you're telling me is can I have those back?
And that's not...
Witness has it, ma'am, in her phone. My witness has it.
Your witness has it from where?
Facebook.
Okay. Do you have something that she posted on Facebook that mentions a serious illness that Miss Green has?
Yes.
Well,
I'd like to see it. Let me see it.
Oh, let me stand here.
Okay, is this a Facebook page?
Sorry, I can't see. Yes, that would be a post then on her page.
On whose page?
Whoever, Faith D. Hamilton.
That would be her.
Yeah.
That's not my Facebook. I can show you where I had to actually block her from messaging me on Facebook, and I can pull up my Facebook account, and my name is not Faith D. Hamilton on Facebook. That page is not for me. That is not my Facebook account. I had to actually block Sunshine from messaging me on Facebook. And again,
I want you to show this to the plaintiff, please.
Your Honor, can I show you my Facebook account? These pictures that were posted 20 hours ago on my actual Facebook were posted when I was back in high school. So it appears that they whatever went to my Facebook, but these pictures from 20 hours ago were from years ago. And again, I don't post on Facebook. I just share.
Those were posted 20 hours ago?
From her account, but from my real account, these pictures, I was in high school in these pictures, and I was in high school from 2013 to 2017, and I can pull that up right now.
Pull up your Facebook page. Would you give Sarah both those?
Okay, so it looks like the plaintiff has her Facebook account that does not have the Faith D. Hamilton in it. Someone could have taken the same photo that she has as her profile picture to create this account, because also it says that whoever took these screenshots, this is not of the actual Facebook page. You could ask them to bring up the actual Facebook page of Faith D. Hamilton. You'll be able to see how many friends they have.
Tell them what you need.
Instead of a photo, I want to see the actual Facebook page that you're referring to.
I wish I understood all of this stuff.
And can I show you the date?
No.
Because it said in the screenshot,
So she needs
whoever
a
took the
picture of the Facebook
screenshot
page?
is friends with Faith D. Hamilton, which the plaintiff is claiming that she has blocked them, so they would be unable to be friends. So whoever took the screenshot either created the account or knew whoever created the account to be friends.
Okay.
So it's not on there.
Yeah,
She
it's
removed it. She removed it.
But her Facebook page is still active, and she posted as recently as February 26th.
Very good.
Yeah, because it say only
Okay,
two
just a second.
friends.
Is that all that you have?
Yes.
Yes, good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,600. Counterclaims dismissed. We're finished here. Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
Careful, Miss Green, because there is a final order of protection that's out there, and it looks as if this lady just might. Pay careful attention. This lady just might use it if you harass her, assault her, or come within the prescribed limits of where you're supposed to be away from her. She can have you arrested, and I wouldn't do it. I would just stay away from her. We're done.
This way, please.
I am very pleased with the judge. I'm happy that she was able to see through the lies. I'm happy that she seen the truth, so I'm pleased.
I'm fine with it. She got what she wanted. She did what she had to do. She proved if it was me, which I know it was not me, but again, she likes to manipulate the system and also manipulate her ex-husband to believe this is the type of person I am, which I'm not.
She's jealous at the fact me and my ex-husband are great friends. She thought that she would be able to remove me from his life, and like I told him, you can do what you want to do. I'll be here to support you. And she doesn't like it.
I did not do that, which the video does not show that I done anything pertaining to a tire being punched or a window. But it's fine. She got it.
She did in fact damage my car. The judge knows. That's why she ruled in my favor.
I want to be left alone.
I just want her to leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with this woman. And like Judge Judy said, if she continues to mess with me, I will contact the police.
You could tell whoever created a fake Facebook page and took private messages and posted them knew the requirements of defamation as public consumption in a public forum or for a third party to hear, because you could tell whoever took the screenshot was friends with this Faith D. Hamilton. And as the plaintiff said, she blocked her and wanted nothing to do with her. So that would have been impossible had it been
I don't understand all that, but I'm sure the people out there listening do understand that.
Sure, and the fact that they couldn't bring up the actual Facebook page when I requested it only further proved my point, so.
I also think it's interesting, Sarah, that today, I mean, within the last decade, most people have some sort of photographic ability in their house by way of their ring camera or whatever they put there that's stationary. But it makes your life so much easier.
Sure. She had multiple videos. You know, some from the ring camera, most from either a ring or security camera.
Right.
And it makes our job easier.
Well, it does. And because the person against whom this photography is being used usually doesn't know that it exists, it makes it even more interesting. You hired her to do their hair for the party.
When they got their hair done by her, initially, they were complaining of their head hurting. But when I took the ponytail completely down, they had these sores.
What did your mother do when you told her that your head hurt you? What did she do?
They got the memory like Dory. Like, they can't even remember what they ate for breakfast yesterday.
This is Judy Justice.
All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3138, Walden versus Fisher.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Miss Walden, this is your case. These are your twin daughters. They were celebrating a sweet 16 and they were having a party.
Yes, ma'am.
They wanted a very special look for the party. They were going to wear their hair in some sort of a ponytail. You bought each of them an extension so that they could enhance whatever hairstyle they were going to have. And you hired Miss Fisher in order to do their hair for the party. So far, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the girls they went by themselves. And your lawsuit says that they did have their party and that their hair looked just fine for the party. Hair looked great, right? Took pictures, everything was perfect for the party.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after the party, day later or 2 days later, they were having problems. The hair didn't stay as it was supposed to be. It was supposed to stay for longer than a couple of days. And then when you finally took the curls out, you noticed that they had sores in their hair from where pins had been stabbing them for days. You want to be compensated for that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what the case is about.
Yeah.
Did I leave anything out?
You kind of mixed it up a little bit, but it's fine.
No, tell me how I mixed it up.
So first, if I would like to say, if I knew what lied beneath the craftsmanship, I would have never even reached out
Who
about the
cares?
craftsmanship.
That has absolutely nothing to do with laying out what your lawsuit is about. You hired her, and if hindsight were 20/20, my parents would have been taller. Maybe I would have been taller. But that's what happens. Stand up next to your mother, please. Has the defendant ever done their hair before?
No, she did not do their hair before.
Just a second. How did you find her?
On the internet. I had a couple of options to vacillate between.
Just a second.
So I chose
on
her.
the internet. And what did you pay her to do the girl's hair?
$400, $200 each for an updo ponytail. And to be quite frank, I'm very familiar with it. I've done it on their hair a couple of times before. I know how it should be done. I paid her to do the service. When they came home, like I said, the hair was nice for the party. 2 days later, all I went to do was titivate the curls. When I took the pin out just to redo the curls, the whole ponytail fell apart. I was actually in the middle of recording a TikTok just to show, how to redo the curls. And
I don't care about
I had it on video.
I don't care. Do you understand? I only care about one thing in your complaint. And that is, you say that the girls suffered permanent damage to their scalp as a result of the way she attached these pieces of hair. That's your complaint. So when was the Sweet 16?
So the Sweet 16 was May 13th.
Okay. May 13th, 2023.
Yes. May 16th is when I went to basically redo the curls. May 19th, I took it out. And I would like to mention, when they got their hair done by her, initially, they were complaining of their head hurting. They went and they advised her, because like I said, they have these plenty of time before. They told her their head, it wasn't feeling right. She took a tail comb and stuck it in the middle of their head and went like this and said, because y'all not used to updo ponytails.
Could we move on, please?
Absolutely.
May 19th is what you were at.
Yeah, I took their hair down on May 19th is when I took it out completely.
You took it out completely.
Yes,
6 days later. 6 days later, you took it out completely. Now, between the 13th and the 19th, 6 days, the girls were away, or were they with you?
They were with me.
24 hours a day when they weren't in school?
Yes, 24 hours a day. We're pretty.
I assume if something was sticking them in the head, that your daughters, who was 16 years old, would have said, Mom, something's sticking me and hurting me on the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th. Look at me. How many times did you complain to your mother from the 14th to the 19th that your head hurt you? Look at me. How many times? No answer is going to be a good answer. I'm giving you forewarn. How many times, if it was 0, just tell me 0.
And if you...
Shut.
No, I'm looking at it.
Just answer my question. How many times between the 14th of May and the 19th of May did either of you complain to your mother that your head hurt you? Don't speak. How many times? Are you girls...
Because they can't even remember what they had for dinner yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss your case, period. Do you understand? You want to answer my question. How many times did you complain to your mother that your head hurt you between the 14th of May and the 19th of May?
A few, maybe 3.
What?
A few.
A few. Now, when you complained to your mother and you told her that your head hurt you, what did she do on the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, or 18th? What did she do? Put the phone down. What? Look at me. What did your mother do?
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah, we
so
don't.
sit down.
Okay, sit down.
No, not her. She's standing. When you complained to your mother a few times, I assume, where the ponytail was put there, when you told her that your head hurt you, what did she do? And if she did nothing, just say she did nothing. Listen to me. Your case is going to be dismissed. Do you understand? Probably anyway. But if you interfere with my examination of a witness by coaching, I'm going to throw you out now. I don't need it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I took them for their skin. I asked doctor, can you please look at the spot that they have in their hair because they have sores from a ponytail they had. She said whatever she needs to say.
Pay attention to me. Don't look confused.
I'm a little confused.
Don't look confused.
French Sean is countersuing Quay for defaming her online.
So I'm going to ask you again, when you told her that your mother, that your head hurt you, what did your mother do? And if she did nothing, say she did nothing.
She was contacting Miss Fran to see if she can alternate it or fix the ponytail, but we were being ignored.
No. What did your mother do when you told her that your head hurt you?
She contacted Miss Fran.
Well, what is she? She was an hour away. Your mother is your mother. My child says to me, my head hurts. Where this thing is, I say, well, just a minute. I'm familiar with how to do that. I can take it out and take a look at it and see where it's hurting you. Did your mother do that? The answer is yes or no.
No.
Good. Sit.
Can I say something, please?
You could say whatever you want.
I just wanted to say this. Initially, of course, I spent all this money. I don't have it to be wasted. So when they were saying that the ponytails, I did lose. Again, I took the pins out and stuff, and I just wrapped it around that way. But when I took the ponytail completely down, they had these sores all in the middle.
Just a second. Your daughter just told me that she told you that her head hurt. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but if I had a daughter who said my head hurts and I had some sort of contraption in my head, especially since the party's over, I would say, since you told me before you're totally familiar with this process, I would say, well, just a second, let me take it out, as you ultimately did.
Yes.
Let me take it out. You don't need the curls anymore. Let me take it out.
That's my fault because trying to save money.
That's your fault.
Trying to save money.
Well, then you save money. So what do you bring me a lawsuit for?
Please?
Then you were derelict in your responsibility as a mother.
Well, as far as the ponytail, when they were saying that, you know, I was thinking personally that when I take it completely down, I didn't know the severity that lied beneath. Had I known the severity, because this never happened before.
Well, how could she know the severity? She didn't live with you or her.
You know, I didn't think it was that drastic. But when I took it down completely, I have the videos, sores all in the middle of their head. And that's because when she did the hairstyle, what she did was she put so this hairstyle usually take maybe 2 hours. She finished in 40 minutes. And what she did was, instead of gluing every weft onto the hair ponytail to save time, and as they said, her children running around, she was trying to get out of there. She put the ponytail...
Just a second, you weren't there.
Well, they called me.
Just a second. They told you?
They called me.
They called you. Just a second. And the girls arrived late. She charged a late... Put your hand down.
That's not true, ma'am. That's not true.
Did you charge a late fee?
Yes, I did, and I do have proof stating
And did they pay the late fee?
Yes, and I do have proof stating that she said they will arrive at 6:03. I have it.
And the appointment was for what time?
It was I have the appointment right here. It was at 5:30, and I have
100% correct.
Just a second. She's speaking.
Oh, I apologize.
Now
she's correct.
Okay. So
can I finish what I was saying?
No. Now she's correct. Your daughters arrived late.
About the timing.
Your daughters arrived late. And you paid a late fee.
Okay.
That's a yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry, this was last year. I'm sorry that I didn't remember that. But okay, they
But you have to remember, you already told me that the girls, sometimes they remember and sometimes they don't remember. Isn't that what you said before? They don't remember. They don't remember what they had yesterday.
They got the memory like Dory. Like, they can't even remember what they ate for breakfast yesterday. So I was just saying, so the way she did the hair, she didn't glue the wefts on. She even said that she didn't do it the way it was supposed to be done because she wanted to save me money on the quality bundles. What it should have been the glued wefts around the ponytail. What she did was put the rubber band extremely tight and used hairpins to hold the hair together instead of gluing the wefts. When I took out the ponytail, I promise you, the swords were so, I have
Just a
video.
second. I want to see the letter from the doctor where you took them.
I have as far
No,
as...
no, don't tell me what you have. I said I want to see the letter from the doctor.
Can I please?
Did you?
And May
Miss Walden, Miss Walden,
this is what I have.
Miss Walden, pay attention.
Yes, I'm very nervous. And
I don't care.
Anxiety.
I don't care. I don't care. If you were very nervous, you shouldn't come on television.
Absolutely.
Okay. Did you take your daughters to a dermatologist?
Okay, so I took them to the,
that's either a yes
it wasn't for
or
the
a no.
bald spot. I took them to the dermatologist, and they told me when I got here to tell you this. I took them to the
No, you can't tell me what the dermatologist told you, Miss Walden.
I'm talking about here.
Did you take, after May 19th, when you took down the ponytail, did you take the girls immediately to the doctor? So the answer is no. On what date did you, for pay attention, on what date after May 19th did you take the girls to a doctor who is going to either testify or submit something in writing, because you say in your complaint, in which you are requesting $5,500, that as a result of their negligence, they now have noticeable bald spots. I took them to a dermatologist, and it was confirmed that their hair would never grow back in those spots. I want to see, since you don't have the dermatologist there, I want the dermatologist's report that he saw the girls on what date, what he found, and that this hair is not going to grow back. Do you have that?
I have a letter from the dermatologist that they gave me.
No, don't.
Here you go.
Just a second. May I see that? This is March of 2024.
And your
I don't
producers
take
asked
that.
me to go now. I traveled to get that.
Return this. That's
if you read it.
I'm not reading it. It was prepared for litigation. So what you're telling me, honestly, with this terrible condition, which you wanted to pay $5,500 for, you, as the mother, never took your daughters to a dermatologist.
That's
never
not true.
took your
I took them to the dermatologist. They went for a skin treatment. They went to get a chemical pill.
Date?
This was the ending of May, beginning of June. I'm sorry I don't have the exact date. I took them for their skin. I asked doctor, can you please look at the spot that they have in their hair because they have sores from a ponytail they had. She said whatever she needs to say.
Pay attention to me. Don't look confused.
I'm a little confused.
Don't look confused. Whitney, would you read back to her the part where I started, if my daughters complain to me for one day?
Yeah, but the thing is,
don't
though,
speak. Just a second. You're asking me, I'm answering you, and then don't speak again. Zero.
Claims Quay defamed her online.
Now, if you took the girls to the doctors in May, and what you're trying to say is you took them for a facial skin condition, and while you were there, you said in passing, would you please look at their scalps? Then you should have, when you came today, brought the report from that dermatologist as to what that dermatologist found in May of 2023.
What if they didn't make any report of it or anything because I was asking her to take a look at it because I was concerned about it?
Your case is dismissed. You have no case.
So what if
Your case is dismissed. You have no case.
Defamation of character.
Just a second. Now I'm going to, excuse me, she's absolutely right. She has a defamation case. I'm speaking.
Judge,
You're
can
done.
I please speak, please? Because you didn't even let me. I'm trying. She has a permanent bald spot in her head. The picture is literally right here. It's permanent.
Attention to me.
It's not a coincidence. They both had swords in both of their heads. It was a technique that she did.
Miss Walden, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to you what I really said subtly. If my daughter went to a hairdresser who put in some sort of an extension and said to me, her mother, the day after the event and all the pictures were taken, Mommy, my head hurts. The first thing that I would do as a mother was take out whatever it was that they were complaining about and look at their scalps and say, gee whiz, this looks nasty. Instead, you left it in for 6 days after your daughter told you that her head hurt. You left it in. Not her. You did.
But Judge Judy,
not a but. Your case is dismissed. You're done.
Okay.
You're done.
All right.
Now I'm going to the counterclaim. And the counterclaim is that you defamed her in her business. Okay. Ms. Fisher?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to see your proof of what you claim Ms. Walden did to defame you in your business.
I have several posts.
May I see them, please?
Sure. It's by She also...
just a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want me to just throw you out? And then it's easy. Then I do your case easily.
No worries.
All right. Very good. Okay. Before I look at these, do you advertise your service on the internet?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay. And you understand that if you advertise your service on the internet, people are going to rate your service. They're going to be able to comment on it.
Correct.
You do understand that. Yes. And some comments will be good and some comments will be bad. You understand that?
Yes, I am.
And you also understand that if the comment is negative because someone is dissatisfied with your service, which is a subjective evaluation, that they're going to say, I was dissatisfied with the service. You do understand
that? Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, with that,
Judge Judy,
I don't want to hear you.
Can you please tell me this, please?
I just told you why.
What is the coincidence as far as them both having swords in their head after she did it?
Would you read back?
Coincidence. It's not.
Whitney, would you read back to her the part where I started, if my daughters complain to me for one day?
Yeah, but the thing is,
don't
though,
speak.
But
Just a second. You're asking me. I'm answering you. And then don't speak again. 0. She's going to read back to you why, starting with, if my daughters complain to me. Can you start that, Whitney?
If my daughter went to a hairdresser who put in some sort of an extension and said to me, her mother, the day after the event, Mommy, my head hurts, the first thing that I would do as a mother was take out whatever it was that they were complaining about and take a look at their, I'm speaking, and you're not speaking anymore. And look at their scalps and say, gee whiz, this looks nasty. Instead, you left it in for 6 days.
But I took the hairpins out.
After your daughter told you that her head hurt. You left it
Can we
in.
dismiss this without prejudice? Because I can take her elsewhere. And
I don't want to hear any more from you.
So can we
put her out?
Great. Can we dismiss
Put her
without
out.
prejudice?
Put her out.
This way.
Absolutely not. Out
But they
with the girls.
they charging forward charges
with
to
the
do
girls.
Lulu. That doesn't make sense.
Out with the girls.
Luxury
out,
prices to do
out.
poverty
I am
work.
out. Could you do it,
So
please?
because I didn't take it out in 3 days, I'm not a good mother.
That's
she didn't
absolutely
do her
correct.
service.
You didn't take it out on the first day. Let's go.
I could carry my
This way.
stuff.
This way.
I could carry my stuff.
This way. Go ahead. Just keep going.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, so this is much easier to do a counterclaim with the noise gone. Grammy director founder. I don't know what this is about.
That is her profile where she famed me twice. So that was a
No,
photo.
she said unprofessionalism. She says sores, they have bald spots, 16-year-old girls reluctant to make things right until she was blasted on social media.
She also had other people, friends, aunties, whoever, I have that as well, come into my DM defaming me and my business.
Well, that's too bad. That has nothing to do with her. Your counterclaim's dismissed. We're finished with this case. Done.
This court is adjourned.
4 days later, she texted me. However, I did reach out to her first on Monday, asking her, can I see photos? Because they were so happy. I wanted to see what they look like. To the next day, her saying all of these irrational things. She will not be able to enter my salon or be a client.
I think the best evidence of any situation is how it was handled in the moment, not, as you said, in hindsight. So in the moment, I agreed with you that if I went to you and said, you know, something really doesn't feel right. It feels really bad up there. Something's poking me, something's uncomfortable. Take the whole thing out. And at that moment, she would have discovered the larger sores as opposed to just removing a few of the pins and maybe trying to shift it around
Maybe
a little bit.
there were no sores.
Maybe there weren't at that time. There's no way to tell. So that would be my best advice to people is, you know, at the time when you first discover something, act quickly, act promptly.
If you're in a car accident and you feel as if you're injured, and if you go home and a month later you decide to go to the doctor and you say, by the way, is there anything you can give me for my neck? You know, last month I was in a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. What did you think about the defamation?
I think defamation is tricky because I understand as a business owner, someone leaving negative reviews is always going to rub you the wrong way. And someone leaving a negative review when they were, in fact, a client of yours, they did, in fact, get this service, and these things did, in fact, happen to them, and they're attributing it to you is not necessarily defamation. If they were never clients and they made comments about your business, or, you know, if they made allegations about you personally as an individual as opposed to the business or service you provided, that could be defamation. But just because someone says something bad about you on the internet does not automatically...
He was having a fight with his girlfriend. You called the police.
I could hear the entire argument from my unit.
Mind your business.
She didn't say, don't put the knife in my face, don't point the gun at me. They were having a fight.
I have videos of him spitting on my door.
You started harassing him.
But why can't he leave me alone is my question.
He should. Then you should leave him alone.
I agree.
Previously on Judy Justice.
Tell me, sir, when the problem first started with the defendant.
It started for me when a police officer showed up at my house.
When did you start to have a problem with him?
He was using marijuana outside, so he would be smoking outside and they'd be coming into my windows, and my entire unit smelled like marijuana.
After reporting his drug use to the police, comments of, go kill yourself, have been made through my security camera. Now I'll see your video.
You want to tell me to go kill myself? Can my camera call me back?
Just a second, who are those people?
The person with the flannel was my dad, who seconds prior was attacked outside in the parking lot.
I don't know about that or not. How many times had you called the police on him? Because, you see, you hadn't had any trouble with him, which is what I'm having a problem wrapping my head around.
And now, the conclusion. Douglas Auerbach is suing his neighbor, Rachel Capron, for lost wages, false charges, attorney fees, and harassment.
Okay. When was your call to the police that he was smoking marijuana?
The first one was May 23rd of 22 is when they're noted in the police report, and I have a copy of that.
And then he cursed you. That's clear. That's in here. Have been made through my security camera. He watches me from his windows when I walk outside.
And me.
I see your mother shaking her head, yes.
Regarding the stalking, I hadn't seen my parents in a while, and they came over to go out to dinner together, and they showed up. I walked outside of my unit to get into my dad's car, and Mr. Auerbach came out and said to my dad, and that's when that last video that you saw was him saying, leave my daughter alone.
But the truth is, from his perspective, madam, you had been harassing him. Do you understand that? He had had no trouble living in his apartment from 2006. You move in and you don't like the fact that he's doing something that is not illegal, but is smelling up your house. Well, the first time you called was in May of 2022. When did marijuana become legal in your state?
I believe it was November 8th of 23.
It was November 7th, 2023.
Medical became years before that. I have a medical card.
Well, everybody can get a medical card, but that means, but it means you have, but it means you have one.
Absolutely.
Did you ever show anyone your medical marijuana card?
No.
Would you like to show it to me?
Sure.
I'd like to see it.
Is it dated?
Yeah, he has a Ohio medical marijuana registry, and it was issued October 2nd, 2021. Would you like to see it?
Thank you.
Just for my information, Mr. Auerbach, the defendant has already told me why she called the police the first time, which is about this fight that you had with your then girlfriend. How long had you been with this girlfriend?
3 or 4 years.
Did she live with you?
She did.
Had the police ever been called prior to the defendant moving in?
Never.
And I have to tell you, I'm not necessarily faulting you if you were legitimately concerned over the safety of someone, but it turned out that it was a fight and an overreaction. She was accusing him of doing certain things in a very loud way, and he was fighting with her. And so I'm not going to fault you for being proactive, but you have to understand from his perspective, you were a Badinsky. When you call the police and say, there's a woman and I'm fearful that something is happening to her, and it was a domestic dispute, a shouting match, you can understand from his perspective that was a bit of an overkill.
Right. It was just extremely loud, and the door was left wide open. I could hear the entire argument from my unit. And it went on for a long time.
What you may do is, if you're calling, you can report something as being loud, like playing loud music. They're screaming and we're hearing them. And it looks to me as if there are lots of units there. As far as you know, no one else called the police about this argument, just you. So you can understand from his perspective that that's a form of harassment. And you can understand that from his perspective, since he has a legal marijuana card that was issued a year before, and I'm not going to ask him why, because, you know, you could say you have an ingrown toenail and get a medical marijuana card. But he was not doing anything illegal. And then you say that there were people coming in and out of his unit. Do you have any video of that?
I do not.
No.
That was before I got the ring camera, before the harassment.
What do you mean? So your concern was, and your reporting was, these are foreigners coming into his apartment, and the connotation was that he was a drug dealer.
I saw one.
That was the connotation, right?
Yes.
Yes. After you called the police at least those 2 times, you wrote to the HOA, and you're telling me that after all of that, you think he should be a pleasant neighbor?
Your Honor,
what is that?
Does she have to live like this?
No, she should probably move closer to you.
Douglas harassed her, causing emotional distress.
And so what you're telling me, as soon as you got the Ring camera, the people stopped coming? He went out of business?
I didn't see people coming anymore. He hated the camera. And the one person that I saw show up at his house was knocking on his door. His old girlfriend had answered the door, and he was doing this, like, nodding out motion. And I was scared. I live, like you said, our doors are less than 20 feet apart from one another. And there's this guy outside his front door that is clearly impaired from something.
Well,
and needing him.
Mind your business.
Mind you. If I have to go outside and let my dog outside, I should be able to do that without running into these foreign people that are coming to his home, or running into him, cussing me out, calling me every name under the sun. And
Madam, you
spitting
have
on
to
my door.
understand, I'm going to tell you, and your mother is nodding and agreeing with you, he did not precipitate this hostility. I know that you feel as if he did, but he didn't. He was having a fight with his girlfriend. You called the police. According to you, he had people coming to his house. You have no proof of that, but they were foreign people. They made you uncomfortable. You called the police. After you called the police at least those 2 times, you wrote to the HOA asking for them to intercede on your behalf to tell him to move his cars out of the front of your building. You felt uncomfortable enough because evidently he's going to tell me that somebody from the pharmacy board came to his house as a result of complaints that you filed. And it could have cost him his license. It ultimately did not, but it could have. And you're telling me that after all of that, you think he should be a pleasant neighbor?
Your Honor,
what is that?
Does she have to live like this?
No, she should probably move closer to you. She should probably move closer to you. He's been living there well over a decade. He had no trouble. And he wasn't doing anything illegal, and he wasn't doing anything that necessitated police intervention, both of which your daughter sought. Do you understand? She didn't know he had a medical marijuana card. And I never fault people if they have a legitimate fear that somebody, man or woman, is being threatened. But what she heard was an argument.
I heard an argument, and I was fearful of what was happening.
Well, that's not his problem. That's your problem that you're fearful. What you actually told me that you heard was this woman with whom he had lived shouting at him that he was a predator and that he made up a false Facebook page. This is his domestic partner, that she evidently found out, according to the argument that you relay, that he was doing something sub rosa that was sketchy. She didn't say, don't put the knife in my face, don't point the gun at me, stop chasing me. They were having a fight. So you have to understand, from his perspective, you started it, and he reacted by being crude. But despite the fact that your mother thinks you're in the right, you started harassing him for no legal reason. That's from his perspective. You had no legal reason to call the police on him the first 2 times, and I don't know how many times you called the police after that. So I think you're absolutely right. I think you should not have to be in a place where you feel uncomfortable walking out with your dog. He's not moving. He's lived there. And if you find his conduct reprehensible, as your mother does, and as actually I find being cursed at, through, whether it's through a Ring camera or in person, I find that distasteful, it's not going to get any better. So you're a young woman. If you're truly unhappy, sell your apartment and move.
I shouldn't have to move because of...
Well, he's not going to have to move.
But why can't he leave me alone is my question.
Just a second. He should leave you alone, and you should leave him alone.
I agree.
But you started it.
I started
Do
it
you
because
understand?
I was scared. I live by myself, Your Honor.
No. The first time you called the police, you weren't scared. Well, you weren't scared that you smelled marijuana in your apartment, that the windows were open. You came home from work and your apartment smelled for marijuana. You weren't mad. You were annoyed. That started it. You didn't have any trouble with him before. And then the foreign people who were coming to his door, you know, that's a serious allegation. Serious. So, do I think he behaved like a gentleman? No. Do I think that you overreacted to situations that caused him to have to hire a lawyer? The answer is absolutely yes. And since it's not going to get better, since those things are in stone already, he's already been involved with the police, he's already been involved with the courts, he's already been involved with the board that governs his livelihood because of allegations that you made, and that's not going to go away. Because if he's accused and the underlying allegation with people, as you said, coming to his door and somebody bowing to him, which is the motion that you made, a bowing motion. And if the police contacted or somebody else contacted the governing board that governs his license, that all was precipitated because of you. And I'm not condoning the foul language, the talking into your Ring camera, all of that. But this bad blood exists. It's not going to go away. So why should you have to? You shouldn't have to. Why should he? Because it's not going to stop.
I've looked at moving recently.
Well, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Meanwhile, I don't find any of the allegations that you described for the first two reasons to take him to court had any validity. How much did the lawyer cost you?
$3,000, Your Honor.
I saw that in here, his bill for $3,000. I have to tell you, Mr. Auerbach, I haven't really addressed you yet. And you can hear that I have a certain amount of sympathy for your position because the two things that she alleged that you did to cause her to call the police on 2 occasions before she filed a complaint against you, there was nothing illegal about your behavior.
Correct.
That's according to her. There was nothing illegal about your behavior. So I don't think that you should have to pay a lawyer. I think she should have to pay your lawyer. But I think that what I saw on the camera was a crude reaction. Crude.
And it's every day.
It was
every day.
It was precipitated by you.
Does she have to continue to be treated this way and continue to be prescribed anti-anxiety medication due to the severe harassment that this man causes her every single day?
I think she should move close to you.
Does he have to continue? Can you just tell him to stop?
For years, Douglas says he's lost thousands of dollars to defend himself from Rachel's false accusations.
Now, it was precipitated by your actions. I'm telling him it's a crude reaction, all of which was precipitated by you for him doing nothing that was illegal or required police intervention. If somebody called the police on me and I wasn't doing anything wrong, and as a result of that, I had to hire a lawyer to defend me, I would be royally annoyed. I wouldn't use that kind of language. I would probably do something more vengeful, but I would do it so that it couldn't be traced back to me. But you and your mother both have to understand, while his reaction was certainly ungentlemanly, crude, and probably continues to be, it was precipitated by your actions.
I have videos of him spitting on my door, hundreds of him spitting on my door. So when
That's
I
a
go
lie.
to walk, it's not a lie. I have it all on
Just a
video right
second.
now.
Stop. I can't tell you that I approve of his crude conduct. I don't. But the first 2 allegations that you made against him that required him to go to court, it looks like, on at least 7 or 8 occasions, and hire a lawyer.
I have a paper or two.
I don't care. You started it. He had to go to court to defend himself against something that was not illegal. What do you want?
Can I just ask one question, Judge?
Sure. You have to stand up and ask me a question.
My daughter has been changed for 2 years due to the harassment.
Do you understand what
I
I'm saying?
understand what you're saying.
So what's your question? Don't make a statement. What's your question?
Does she have to continue to be treated this way and continue to be prescribed anti-anxiety medication due to the severe harassment that this man causes her every single day?
I think she should move close to you.
Does he have to continue? Can you just tell him to stop?
I can tell him to stop. It's not going to mean anything to him if I tell him to stop. And your daughter has had a hearing. Maybe she has to go back. If she has proof that she wants a protective order, that he's doing something illegal, let her refile, or let her do the smart thing, let her sell her apartment and move. That's what I would advise one of my children. He's not going to move, and as long as they live right opposite each other, there's going to be acrimony. I wouldn't live like that. I really wouldn't live like that, nor would I encourage one of my children to live like that. He's been living there since 2008 or 6. He's not moving. And what precipitated this whole hostility, he probably has a short fuse. He probably is relentless in getting even.
Yes.
You have to acknowledge that your daughter started the trouble.
I understand, but isn't
No,
there a
not
point?
do you understand. Do you understand and agree with it?
I agree, but can't it stop after 2 years?
Well, once the Hatfield and McCoys started to fight, they continued to fight until a lot of people were dead. And it seems to me life has enough challenges so that if you can extricate yourself from a major stressor, you do that. Okay, we're finished. Mr. Auerbach, I don't think that you should have had to pay for a lawyer for the first instance that brought you to court. Based upon what she tells me, you were engaged in no illegal conduct at the time she brought you to court, so she's going to pay for your lawyer. I don't have to entertain your counterclaim because that counterclaim is based on the same allegations that were already heard by another court and the case was dismissed. If you have fresh allegations and want to continue this lunacy and you have further proof, file for another protective order. Maybe this one will be granted. And I wouldn't live in a situation where I felt uncomfortable. I mean, he's a man, you're a woman, you're younger, you're about the same size. So it's not a David and Goliath situation. But one of you is going to move, and clearly he's not. He's been living there almost 20 years, right? Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,000. We're finished. Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
I've been living in misery for 2 years. I called the police simply because I was concerned for my safety, and I guess I'll have to continue living with the current.
And, you know, she's going to have to deal with it.
Severe anxiety, panic attacks. I'm scared to go outside to let my dog out, scared to let the trash out, take the trash out. It's just anxiety in my own home that I pay for all the time.
Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Ignore me. Get on with your life.
I feel like a prisoner in my own home. I'm scared to be in my house when I'm home.
People should just mind their own business.
It is an absolute living hell.
You know, Sarah, I actually feel sorry for the defendant. I wouldn't like to live that way. For whatever reason, she called the police the first time because it was loud. You know, I don't know whether I would call the police. I would close my door and turn up the music a little bit because there was nothing threatening in that conversation. If anything, she sounded like his ex-girlfriend was threatening him. And would I be annoyed if my next-door neighbor was smoking cigars and my apartment reeked from cigar smoke because it crept under? Would I be annoyed? I would be. But if it's not illegal, then it's not worth a phone call.
Yeah, I think people should think twice about the consequences and how long, like we've seen here, those consequences can go on for as a result of involving law enforcement in, you know, petty disputes. Really be sure when you make that call, you know, that it's have
not just
everyone's
annoying.
best interests and it's from a good place.
Right.
And I think it was from a good place with her, but I think she was a little nosy Nelly.
And certainly, what she says, she saw foreigners. Just, I don't know what that means.
People are allowed to have whoever they want come and go from their residence.
Your giant leap is that he's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Well, those things would be irritating, certainly if they were not true.
Yeah.
And was he crude, rude in response? He was crude, rude in response.
But he didn't call the police on her for any of her behavior in retaliation.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Anyway,
it's
I
just
feel sorry
unfortunate.
for her, and I really think she should move.
Yeah, I do
Because
too.
he's not. For 2 months. Who was living in your house?
Nobody.
I assume you weren't just staying there to take care of his kids, that the two of you were a couple during that 2-month period. This is what your case is about. During that period of time, Mr. Bowen had physical custody full-time of his children. 2 children?
Correct, Your Honor.
And how long had you had custody of them?
I've had custody of them since 2020.
So since they were infants?
Pretty much, yes.
Did you then have court-ordered legal custody?
Yes, ma'am.
There came a time while you were living together, according to the complaint that I read, that the mother came back into the picture and was seeking custody of the children.
Correct.
And Mr. Bowen needed an attorney.
Yes.
It is your claim that you loaned him $2,000 for an attorney.
Yes.
Things didn't work out between the two of you, and you left, and it was an unpleasant parting. It was not an amicable parting. That be a fair statement?
Fair.
Fair statement?
For a while, we remained friends after that, too, though.
Well, his counterclaim is going to challenge that.
Right.
Anyway, you want your $2,000 back.
Yes.
I don't know what Mr. Bowen says about the $2,000, maybe that you gave it to him as a gift. He's going to tell me, but he's got a counterclaim. His counterclaim is that you got so angry with him that in a thoroughly vindictive way, you sent a video to his place of employment, which caused him to be fired.
Correct.
And that in addition, you aligned yourself with the mother of his children who was seeking custody of the children.
2 mothers.
2 mothers. They're 2.
Yes, 2 different mothers. Yeah.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
You aligned yourself with those people and created serious difficulty for him by sharing not only the video with them, but also some photographs of him with a BB gun.
Correct, ma'am.
Do you still have custody of the children?
She filed an ex parte order, which plaintiff had help in, and I lost the kids in January, and then I got them back in February, and then we just finally got through the court paperwork to where I have them full-time again. The judge still has to finalize them.
So what you're telling me is that in January on an ex parte application, ex parte, that means just the mothers went in themselves, some judge transferred custody without a hearing?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. And they originally set it out for 8 months to where I would even be seen.
It used to get me so frustrated, but
it was a tough time.
It was a tough time.
Very much.
Actually outrageous.
Yeah.
And then the children came back to you.
Yeah, actually in February 12th, the mother kind of, I can't do this by myself. And she brought them back, and then I've had them since then the whole time. And we just did last week finalize the paperwork, so we're just waiting.
All right, let's deal with this $2,000 legal fee. Mr. Bowen, did Ms. Perez give you $2,000?
Yes, ma'am, she did.
Okay, tell me the circumstances surrounding her giving you $2,000.
Okay, so in June, one of the mothers of my children wanted to take the custody of the kids back.
Not both children, one.
Well, this was one, and then I have another kid. They got involved, and she did an ex parte order using the exact same paperwork, word for word. Everything was the same. Pretty much copy and pasted one to the other.
You get going into too much information for me. I like this all linear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, June 2022.
We were looking for an attorney. She actually was going to give me $7,000 for an attorney that her mother had used, but I was like, that's way too much, so let's try to find something cheaper, and that's where we found somebody.
Well, this is a we. This is not.
Well,
this is
me and
really
her.
your problem.
Right.
This is really your problem. I want to know how she got involved with giving you money.
I'll give you the money, no problem. Here, do you want $7,000 for this lawyer in Bakersfield that my mother used, who I know is a rock star? And I said, no, let's find something else a little bit localer. And I found the one in Lancaster for $3,500.
And did you go to the attorney in Lancaster?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go with her or alone?
I went by myself.
Did you ask her if she wanted to go with you?
No.
Okay, so you went by yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you went to the lawyer, you got a fee, you were quoted a fee?
Yes, $3,500.
When you were at the office, that would be in June.
Yes.
And when you got that quote and you liked that lawyer,
yes,
then I assume you went home to where Ms. Perez was taking care of your children.
Yes, ma'am.
Which she was doing, by the way.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
You weren't paying her anything.
No, not at all.
And she was still paying for her own house, where she maintained another resident.
Yes. She was there because her children went to another state for the summer. So she just stayed with me while the kids were gone for summer. Then
She stayed with you for a reason. She didn't stay with you. I assume you don't live at a lake.
No.
No. Well, you don't live at the beach, right?
I wish, but no.
No, but you don't live at the beach. So now you've got a lawyer's quote for $3,500. You go home to Ms. Perez and you say, dear, I like this lawyer. He only charges $3,500. Is that something like the conversation?
Something like that, yes.
Something like that. Now I want to hear where the $2,000 came from. I want you to think and focus. Look at me, and that requires I owed her 4 lamb chops she bought. Now I want to hear where the $2,000 came from.
I had...
No. I said, dear, I like this lawyer. He's only $3,500.
She says, here's $2,000 and I have $1,500, and we made it happen.
Okay, here's $2,000.
Yep, yes.
And you said, I have $1,500.
Correct.
Well, you must have said, I have $1,500 first.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
You must have said his fee is $3,500. I have $1,500, because otherwise she wouldn't have known to say, here's $2,000.
Correct,
Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So let's try to get it right.
Yes, Your Honor.
You went home and you said, dear.
I have $1,500, the lawyer's $2,000. And we need to make it happen. I need to make it happen.
Were those your words? I need to make it happen? No. I want you to think about it. Don't pull information out of an orifice. Just, if you don't remember, say, I don't remember exactly what I said.
Then I don't remember exactly what was said.
Okay, you don't remember.
Correct.
Do you remember exactly how it happened? Voila. Love it. Okie dokie. Go.
He needed $3,500, and I would only give him $2,000 because I didn't have any more.
I want to hear the conversation.
Okay, he said it was $35,000. I said that I could.
No, he came home from the lawyer.
He came home.
And you must have said what happened, or I want to hear the conversation.
He actually had talked to them on the phone, and they quoted him that price.
Okay.
He needed the money to go over there. So.
Oh, that's a different story.
Yes.
You see, she remembers. Perfect. So he spoke to the lawyer on the phone.
Yes.
Tell me.
He said that it was $3,500. All I was able to help with, I was off work at the time, so I used my savings. I said I could help him.
I know that you gave him the $2,000. I want to hear how it came about.
I told him that I would need help when my bills came due, that I would help him with the money, but I was not working, that he would have to help me with my bills, and he agreed to that, so I wired the money bank to bank.
To the lawyer's bank or to his bank?
No, to Mr. Bowen's account, because we have the same bank.
What was said exactly was, you'll have to help me out with my bills when they come.
Yes.
And?
He agreed to that.
Okay.
I wired the money. He went. He took care of everything. And then my bills started to become due. He said he didn't have any money.
Bills? Like what bills?
My mortgage, my electric, my gas.
Okay, and you were still living together?
I was still staying in there, yes.
Yes. In what month? July?
Till the end of June.
Well, when did this transaction take place?
June 6th.
So just a couple of weeks later?
Yes.
Well, where did you expect him to get you $2,000 from?
He was supposed to, as he got...
Well, right now, you don't have a contract for him. It wasn't a loan. Right now, what I'm hearing, which is why I asked for the exact terminology, is saying to him, you'll have to help me out with my bills when they come in, is not a loan.
I also have a bunch of text messages asking and him saying right now, I know I owe you money.
Then I'd like to see those. These machines can either be a curse or a godsend. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, it doesn't change my position that there has to be a clear contract if there's a loan. I'm borrowing this money, I will pay you back this amount of money, and according to what you told me, he acknowledges, yeah, I'll give you some money when I have it. That's as vague as, you have to help me out with my bills when they start to come in. And he says, sure, I'll help you out. Okay, now I'm gonna come to you, Mr. Bowen.
Yes, ma'am.
It seems from reading these text messages that you acknowledge that you owe her money.
Yes, ma'am.
You acknowledge that in these text messages.
Okay.
Because you don't say, I don't owe you anything. You say, I have a big bill coming in. You know, I'm sorry. I'll try to get some to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you acknowledge that you owe her money.
Yeah, I guess, yes, Your Honor.
Yes, well, that's what this says. It's not specific, but you acknowledge you owe her money. What do you owe her money for?
Well, I guess...
Not a well. Not a well. Well is not an answer.
All right.
What did you owe her money for? Don't look at the sky. I want you to think and focus. Look at me. And that requires, I owed her for lamb chops she bought. I owed her for a plumber she paid for. Or I owed her for a...
Lawyer fee.
Perfect. Perfect. And the lawyer fee was how much?
$2,000.
Perfect. And how much of that $2,000 did you give her back?
I've maybe given her $100.
Just a second. Did he give you any money back?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it does indicate that he did, in fact, give you some money back.
Yes.
How much did he give you back?
About what he says, $100.
Okay, so you still owe her $1,900. There you go. How great. So even though you didn't have a perfect contract?
I know for the future.
Right. Now we have a counterclaim.
Yes, ma'am.
And the counterclaim is that you were very annoyed with him, which is very ridiculous, Ms. Perez. I understand from reading your papers, and I'm trying to read between the lines, and, you know, you develop a certain amount of wisdom when you get older. He had you at the house for 2 months. Your kids were away for the summer. He has these 2 little kids, right? And he was using you as a babysitter.
Yes.
And you felt used.
I know. I got very attached to him.
To whom?
To
the children or him?
The kids.
So according to your answer and your counterclaim, Mr. Bowen, you were involved in an altercation at work.
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
I worked at Love's.
What is that?
It's a truck stop, and it just services pretty much the big rigs on the road.
Okay. And an incident occurred while you were working.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the date of the incident? Because I'm going to see the video.
September 18th.
Of
2022.
Tell me what happened.
I'm a cashier, and, you know, after doing it for so long, just so you pick things up, you see people coming in and you know they're up to no good. I have my eyes on this one character, and sure enough, he grabs like a $400 party speaker and a bunch of other little electronic stuffs, and he's walking out the store, and I'm trying to get my coworkers' attention who were sitting there talking like, hey, stop him, stop him, stop him, he's stealing. And then nobody like pays attention, and he walks outside, and that's kind of where it started. Is I said, hey, give that stuff back, and I swatted the speaker out of his hand, and that's when he came at me and he attacked me, and I was defending myself. He had a knife, like once you go and you'll see it, like he had like an 8-inch knife.
Now, what I need is from you proof that she sent that video, and I need proof that the reason...
Fired after sharing a fight video with his job.
Okay, so you were working and trying to prevent a thief from leaving the area with property that you were responsible for.
Correct.
Okay, well, that sounds perfectly reasonable unless you're living in some ridiculous community that says, oh, you got to let everybody steal. And we don't stop shoplifters because, you know, that's not the American way. Okay, so you were protecting property that was your responsibility because you work at the store.
Correct.
How long had you been working at the store?
I worked at the store up until I got let go for a year and a half.
Okay, now I'm going to see the video.
Okay. And just for context, like, it starts after I swatted the big old box out of his hand.
Is this the video that you allege that the plaintiff sent to your employer
Yes, ma'am.
and
Both
to
of
the
you.
mother of your children?
Two of them, yes, ma'am.
To two of the mothers of your children in order to assist them in their
ex parte
custody
orders, yes.
in their ex parte application.
Yes.
I have evidence on that too, that
I
he
wanna
asked
tell you
the
something.
baby mom to lie in court today, and that's why she wouldn't come.
I have to tell you something.
Okay.
I don't understand why you would get involved in that anyway.
I didn't.
Okay, so you never sent this video.
He sent me the video,
to
but I did not send it to corporate.
You didn't send it to anybody, is my
No.
question. You didn't send it to...
He sent it to tons of people.
I'm asking you whether you ever sent it to his place of business.
No.
Did you ever send it to either of the people who were the mother of his children?
No, I only know one of them.
And you didn't send it?
No.
Okay, so I'll look at the video, then you'll tell me what proof you have that she sent it.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take a look. Was that you?
My adrenaline was pumping, Your Honor. I apologize.
What were you yelling at?
At the camera, just at the camera, yeah.
Why were you yelling at the camera?
I turned around and seen it. I didn't even know the guy was recording it.
Which guy?
There's a random trucker. There's a random trucker.
Who was recording it for what reason? I don't know. You don't know.
I don't know. He just...
Well, how did you get the recording?
He sent it to one of the guys that used to work there as well, then I got it from him.
You sent it to one of the guys that used to work
Yeah,
at the
that's
truck
on the
stop.
video. I'm not going to say his name, but he's in the video right there.
Okay, so one of your coworkers.
Yes, ma'am.
And this guy who was there, the thief.
Yes.
Was clearly high on something.
Yes. And then, like, if you back it up, you can...
Okay.
There's a smidgen where you see the
I
knife.
get the picture. Please, I get the picture. Now, what I need is from you proof that she sent that video for whatever reason to your employer, and I need proof that the reason you were fired from your job was because of that video. Because me, I would give you a gold star and make you employee of the month. I would, if I owned the truck stop. So you understand what you have to prove to me?
Yes.
That she sent the video to your employer, and your employer fired you because of the video.
Okay, so my proof on both, my witness was supposed to be here.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah,
I was
right.
supposed to be 5'8", but I had a short car.
Right, I understand that. But the witness that came with me, she bailed just like on everything else, so I don't have any proof of it. It was...
So just a sec. So the answer is you don't have any proof of that? Okay, well, that's easy. And what proof do you have that she sent that clip of a video or gave it to one of the mothers of your children
Yes.
in order to assist them in their custody dispute, which is not illegal, but would be nasty?
I don't.
So you don't?
Don't, yeah. No.
Well, your counterclaim then is dismissed. You understand that?
Yeah.
And you owe her $1,900.
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This court is adjourned.
It was a gift while we were together, but as soon as we broke up, it was, oh, now I need my money.
I've asked him for my money, and he refused to give me it.
If you got the right person to make the team, it's good. But if you don't, and it's not a solid connection, it's not worth it.
I'm a single mom. I don't have money just to hand out like that.
Documents, get proof of everything. That's all I could say.
So it's a new phenomenon, this sort of phones first approach to everything.
Oh, you mean
phones eat first, phones watch the fight first, phones catch everything first. I think how the defendant put it, a random trucker just saw a fight break out, and first instinct is just catch your phone out and take a video. And we've seen it in New York City on the subways. We see too many times people taking video and no one is helping do anything. So I felt bad for the defendant. As you said, you would have given him a gold star for what he did if you owned the truck stop. Opinions differ on that.
Sarah, I'm still confused. If the owner of a business says, I don't want you to confront thieves because I don't want you to put your life at risk, and that's the reason. But if they're saying, I don't want you to confront thieves because I'm afraid that they're going to be picketing outside my stores because we confronted a thief and stopped a thief, that's a whole different thing. And I'm still not able to follow that mindset. I read something this week that in a very famous, huge chain, 2 employees followed the rules. They did not try to stop the thief who was walking out with hundreds of dollars worth of merchandise, but called the police. And the police stopped them, got them, and the 2 employees were fired. I used to say, when I worked in family court, that the first time a kid gets arrested, there has to be a consequence. You don't imprison a kid for 5 years if they've stolen a bicycle. But there has to be some consequence, just as you do with your own children. You tell them to come in at 10, they come in at 11:30, there has to be a consequence. If you don't, they think as parents, you're full of baloney and there are no rules. Well, that's what's happening here when you think it's okay to go into a store and steal with impunity. I don't understand that. I feel as if I'm living in some alternative universe. Okay, got it out of my system. Now you're served with a restraining order by your mother.
Yes.
And in retaliation for that, she slashed your tires.
Right. She admitted to carrying the knife, Your Honor.
I can't ask her whether or not she slashed your tires. She's going to say no, right?
Yes.
She's going to get caught eventually. Right now, she's been clever, but she's not that clever.
Versus Williams.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Brantley, you are in a relationship with the defendant's mother.
That is correct.
For how long?
Over a year now.
I assume that when you met the defendant's mother, the defendant was living with her mom.
That's correct, Your Honor.
It is your claim that at some point the defendant and you developed an acrimonious relationship, and that as a result of that, she was asked to leave the home, and in retaliation for that, she slashed your tires.
She was never asked to leave the home. She voluntarily decided she was going to leave the home.
Let's say that that's a given, but it is your claim that as a result of leaving the home, and there's no question she left the home because you were there.
We weren't sure exactly what the reason was. She didn't make a reason as to why she was leaving the home.
She left, and it is your claim that after she left, she slashed 3 of your tires.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Williams says she did not slash your tires, but that she still has property in the house that she shared with her mother before the 2 of you were in a relationship. Do you live together now?
Yes, ma'am.
When did the 2 of you move in together?
I moved into the home, I want to say the exact time frame was around April of 2023.
And when did you move out of the home, Ms. Williams?
I moved out June 28th of 2023.
So a couple of months later?
Yes.
Tell me the circumstances surrounding your leaving the home.
My mother texted me and said her girlfriend was feeling uncomfortable and she wanted to focus on her and her relationship, and I needed to go and focus on myself.
You have that email. I'd like to see it. Kevin.
Okay, so he's right there.
So you had this discussion with your mother, and what I'm gathering is that you and the plaintiff started to have some nasty texts back and forth.
There was no back and forth, Your Honor. She was just texting me nasty.
And you have those texts?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I'd like to take a look at them.
And she also had
your
other people
response
texting
to
me.
your mother is that bum paying bills?
Yes.
Okay. And then your mother tells you right now, time for you to go.
Yes.
And then you say, okay, I just want to grab my TV and bear.
Yeah, I want to at least grab that for tonight, and then I would have came back and got the
Just a
rest
second.
of
Well, that's what I need. Need to unlock the door so I can grab my TV and bear. I assume that's a teddy bear, not an animal?
No, it's a bear.
Okay. Let's see the text.
And I never responded to these texts, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
These are just phone messages. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. She put my number on social media, and people were texting me asking for sexual favors.
Just a second.
No problem, Your
You'll
Honor.
get there.
I apologize.
You'll get there.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So you moved out.
Yes.
Now tell me about the tires.
She was moving out, had her things. We know she carries a knife. She's always showing it and bragging
Just a
about
second.
it.
She acknowledges she came back to the house with a knife. She acknowledges that. Is that correct?
Yes.
What kind of knife?
It's a small pocket knife.
Show me. This I don't understand.
Yeah. Oh,
I
my
want
bad.
you to show me. Is it this size
this
when it's
big.
opened? So
Yes.
it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger than that.
It's a little.
Just a small one that you can fit in your pocket. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty big knife. Okay. So you came back to get your things, and you had the knife with you.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we did not confront her while she was getting her things. We looked out the window. We could see her carrying the bags as she was dragging them down the walkway past the apartment building. That was maybe about 1 in the morning. We woke up for work, I say maybe around 6:45 time frame. We go outside. The driver's side tire was completely flattened, and the left side passenger front and the rear passenger side tire, they both had tire slashes in them. And we had to get them all 3 replaced. They were unrepairable due to the puncture in those tires, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I have pictures and documentation for that as well.
The issue is not whether your tires were punctured, but whether you have proof that the defendant did it. The tires were fine when you went to sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the defendant came after midnight.
Yes, ma'am.
Collected her things in suitcases?
Mostly like bags, not really suitcases.
How did you get into the house that night? Is not an answer. Did you have a key?
Yes.
Okay. And nobody had changed the locks?
They changed it the next day.
Nobody had changed the locks on you then?
Then, no.
So you were able to come and get things?
Yes.
So now you have to give me proof that she slashed your tires. You can imagine that she did, but what evidence do you have that she slashed your tires?
Your Honor, no one knows, other than the family, that I was living with them at the time in that area. I have no outstanding confrontational beef. I don't have any problems with
anybody else?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
That's circumstantial, but insufficient in the law that she's the only one that you had a beef with, the fact that she was there. It's not enough evidence for any court, even a court where the quantum of proof is little, that she did, in fact, slash your tires. The evidence that you have is that you don't have a beef with anybody else, correct?
I didn't have any
And you couldn't think of anybody else who would want to do that, and she was there in the vicinity that night?
Within the time frame, yes, ma'am, Your Honor. She left maybe around 1 o'clock. By 6 in the morning, the tires were slashed.
Well, you weren't out at 1 o'clock in the morning. You went to sleep at what time?
Maybe around 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m.
And then you got up at 6?
Yes, ma'am.
But you hadn't been outside. When did you park the car?
I'm not sure the exact time, Your Honor.
Was it before dinner or after dinner?
Probably before dinner.
And you have dinner at what time?
More than likely, maybe around 10:45 p.m.
10:45?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your car was parked before 10 o'clock, and the next time you saw it was 6 in the morning. Okay, well, that's a big window. I can't ask her whether or not she slashed your tires. She's going to say no, right? I don't actually believe that you weren't notified to come to court on 3 separate occasions. I think that you just decided to be a smart aleck and not go.
I really didn't know.
When your mother filed a restraining order against you, did you go to court?
No.
Is not an answer.
Friendly is suing her future stepdaughter, Nairia Williams, for defamation and the cost of 3 tires. Nairia is countersuing Jasmine for her belongings and lost wages.
I can't ask her whether or not she slashed your tires. She's going to say no, right?
Even if you look at the tires, you can tell the 3, only 1 is flat. If they all got slashed at the same time, they all would be flat.
If it's
But
1 or 3. That's not the point.
I did not know.
She's told others that she did admit to it.
I did not.
Oh, just a second. Who did she admit it to?
Her coworkers, also.
Oh, no.
Friends.
Do you have a coworker here? All I need is a witness.
My witness can confirm.
That she admitted it to them?
To other coworkers as well. They work at the same location, Your Honor.
Did your witness, did she admit to slashing the tires to your witness?
She's admitted to both me and my witness that she would do harm to us and to me.
Is this your witness?
Yes, ma'am. This is my fiance.
Your last name is?
Williams.
Miss Williams, this is your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
You work at the same place?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Did your daughter admit to you anything about the tire incident?
No.
Okay, sit down. Do you have a police report?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I'd like to see the police report.
Yes, ma'am.
Did the police interview any witnesses?
No, ma'am. They said I had to file domestic violence restraining order, which I did.
Was that granted?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
I'd like to see that, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, you got a temporary restraining order you got on your own. She wasn't present when you first got it.
Correct.
Did you go back for a final hearing?
She never appeared.
So the answer is you went back.
3 times, Your Honor.
And she didn't appear?
She never appeared.
So it was granted on default?
Yes, ma'am.
I never received anything about going to court. The only paperwork they gave me was about the tires. They never presented me with anything.
What I have to tell you is this. Currently, there is a restraining order, that's what she says, against you. And if what you're telling me is you were not properly served, I would move to vacate that order because you're at risk if you don't. I don't actually believe that you weren't notified to come to court on 3 separate occasions. I think that you just decided to be a smart aleck and not go.
I really didn't know.
Really?
I knew my mother had one against me because the cop did mention that when he dropped the paper off.
When your mother filed a restraining order against you, then there was a return date. Did you go to court?
No.
Is not an answer.
Oh,
Did you go to court? Now you're served with a restraining order by your mother, and you got a date. You ignored it.
No, they pushed it back. I didn't get a new court date. That's what I'm saying.
But did you ever go?
Because I had moved.
Just a second. Did you go to the first one?
No.
No, you didn't. You ignored it.
I didn't know about them.
No, you said you knew about the first one. You didn't know
and
about.
Then it got moved. I
Just a
wasn't able to
second.
get to it.
You knew about the first one.
Yes.
Yes, and you didn't go.
Yes, it got moved.
Right. No, had nothing to do with moving. If you knew about the first one, you knew you were supposed to be there the first date. You didn't go, and they adjourned it for another date to give you another opportunity to come. And then you said you moved. Then you say you didn't get the second date. Well, but you got the first date and you ignored it.
The date got moved. That's what I'm saying.
No,
For me to
courts
come in
don't
here.
get moved up. They get pushed ahead, not moved up. They get pushed ahead if somebody doesn't appear. That would have been you. Didn't appear the first time. Are you trying to confuse me?
No,
because I'm old?
No, I would never want to do that.
So far, there are 2 protective orders. So your mother has one against you, too.
That's what the cops said, yes.
Your mother has one against you also.
Yeah, that's what the cops said.
Do you have a protective order?
So that's why I don't know what's going on all the way.
Miss Williams, did you file for a protective order against your daughter?
No.
You never did?
No, only my fiance did. I never did.
Oh, okay, fine. Now you can sit down. So the answer is, Miss Williams, your mother never filed for a protective order against you. Okay. Only the plaintiff.
All right.
Okay. So far, we don't have a confession, right?
We had the threats that were made, Your Honor.
To do you harm. That's
what she tried to do.
Okay. Ms. Brantley?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not sufficient. I'm telling you, in all probability, Miss Williams, who's a little bit of a wise guy, did in fact slash your tires when she came to get her things. All probability that happened. But there's no evidence.
She admitted to carrying the knife, Your Honor.
Yes, I know. She told me. I saw it. She took a knife with her. It's not enough evidence to connect her to doing the damage to your car.
What about the credible threats, Your Honor? The threats that she made towards me?
You have a protective order against her, correct? If she violated that protective order, you go back to court and you file a violation of the order of protection. And if they find that that's true, she's going to go to jail for contempt of the order. That's your remedy. You have a protective order that lasts until when?
Right now, Your Honor, we're attempting to locate her. She's not responding to the summons officer's calls or texts.
I have not received
You don't
no
know
calls
her
or texts.
address.
Don't speak. What does that mean? Do you currently have a protective order?
It expired temporarily. We could not summon her.
Well,
We don't know where she's located.
Okay.
I went to court 4 different occasions, and she wouldn't appear. They could not locate her. And she's aware that we're trying to serve her.
Okay. You're suing her for 3 slash tires, which I can't find in good conscience that she did, even though probably in the back of my mind that I know that she did because there's insufficient proof. And the other cause of action is for defamation.
Correct.
What's the defamation?
She posted my cell number to social media requesting sexual favors. I was receiving calls and texts.
Just a second.
At all hours of the night.
Just a second. Can I see what it was that you're alleging someone posted?
Yes.
May I see it?
And you already have the page that has all the different text messages that were coming from the number. And all these numbers...
Just a second. Just a second. Oh. That text message that you're referring to came from this phone number that's on here?
Yes, ma'am. If you look at all the messages on that one page, Your Honor, they were all from the Chicago area, the same area that is her zip code for her phone.
My mom's zip code, too.
So this is not her phone number that created this text message?
So that is a screenshot that someone sent me of my number being posted on social media.
I understand that.
Yes.
And you have to connect her with that.
They're all coming from the same area code as hers, Your Honor. I don't know anyone else with the area code in that location. I'm not from the Chicago area. And if you look at that one page of evidence, I received over 10, 15, 20 different contacts, all from the Chicago area, asking for sexual favors.
आज हम जा रहे हैं फेरी मेडोज के लिए तो अभी सुबह हो गई है देखें बादल देखें और पीछे हमारे दोस्त आ रहे हैं और बहुत इंजॉय की हम सब ने अभी हम जाने लगे हैं फेरी मेडोज के लिए तो अभी आपको मैं दिखाता हूँ वो एक मेरा दोस्त जा रहा है वो आगे जा रहा है वो देखो ये आपको मैं जूम करके दिखाता हूँ ये बहुत थक गया है मैं भी थक गया हूँ और पीछे हमारे दोस्त आ रहे हैं ये देखें ये मेरे पीछे छुपा हुआ था ये इधर देखो ज़रा कैसा एंजॉय हुआ है कि नहीं चास आ रही है
बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है गाइस
अभी हमने जाना है फेरी मेडोज तो फिर उधर जाके आपको व्लॉग दिखाएंगे उसका भी
और पीछे दो और आ रहे हैं
और 2 पीछे जो आ रहे हैं वो तो बहुत ही पीछे हैं वो आ रहे हैं और हम सुबह के बज रहे हैं 4 बज रहे हैं तो अब हम बस ढूंढ रहे हैं कोई हमें जो लेके जाए हमें
क्या नाश्ता उधर ही आ रहे